Hey, we're back, and we got a picture, as you might have seen when we got to the end, so we see everybody's beautiful faces and all that stuff. So we're going to do some of the beginning session stuff to start off with, so that everybody can get their awesome extra charge and stuff they're supposed to get at the beginning of the game. So I tweaked this a little bit too, so that you get a little bit more. You don't have to do as many things. So you'll see what I mean in a second. Game, pre-game. Here we go. Okay, renown. Okay, so did you have a significant scene with members of a new faction? No, you did not. Did you gain a contact?
The administrator.
Yes, you can put down that administrator as a contact in that one group as a contact. So you just go to your sheet and add that as a contact.
What was her name again?
Her name was Anna, A-N-A-D-E-E-P. Anadeep Dama, D-A-M-A.
And she's an acquaintance? Or
probably either business or acquaintance.
It's acquaintance.
And you need to fill in their faction next to that.
And she was
Zaomi Mask IG.
Perfect.
So you will take your because she's only acquaintance or business, the association stays at 1. But you can gain a bonus when you're talking to her specifically or dealing with her on a thing as a contact. You also do have probably whoever talked to them the most or more than one of you, but I would say this definitely goes to Zatal. You can have Rainier as a contact. So if you want Rainier,
adversary?
Adversary, and that's Marquita Rue, and because they're an adversary, that increases your association with the Marquita Rue to 2.
Dangerous too.
Okay, so you've done the gain contacts things. What do you think, Audie? Was there anybody in particular you think you should have had as a contact? You could also mark Rainier. You can all mark Rainier if you wish. Although most of you didn't really talk to him very much.
Yeah, not for me.
Okay, and they are not an essential contact, so it doesn't increase it anymore. Okay, achievements. Turmoil. If your crew altered the status quo... Oh, first you get 1. So everybody add 1 to the reactor. For the initial 1 for the new session.
This is charge?
Yeah, so add 1 to the little charge box where the number 0 is.
And I swear I didn't touch it. The capacity is supposed to be at 3, right?
Depending on your particular character, man.
I think I had 4 or 5.
What? The capacity, I could have sworn is 3, but it keeps changing back to 2, like on its own.
Yeah, same with mine.
Huh.
I should have had 4 or 5. I can't remember which, but...
Not sure.
Interesting. Let me look at your attributes. Maybe there's actually a problem with this. Well, change it to what you think it is.
I'll go 4 just because I can't remember. But yeah, I think I noticed this last time as well. It jumps back to 2.
Oh, it might do that. I was just trying to see capacity on one of these sheets. Where is it? Should be reactor capacity in your list of stuff. But the way they do attributes in this is ridiculous and giant. What about you, Audie? Did you have... Oh, you have 3 as you're supposed to. Yours is fine.
3. Yeah, I thought I had 3.
I will have to go and look at the sheets to see if there's an issue. reactor charge, and then I don't see capacity. It's really weird. Here, I'll pop this out. And then I can do a search. No, it's not even coming up as a attribute right now. So it's not properly recording on yours as an attribute, I think is the problem. Oh, rule 20. What the hell, man? What the hell? Weird. I don't see it on his either. Well, that's weird. Okay. Anyways, we'll deal with that later. Drive. Did each of your crew members, did you take a risk to pursue your drive last session by performing an unrequired task? Like you do something that was just to basically pursue your drive. If you didn't, you can change your drive. If you did, you get to charge by 1. So let's look at the drives. Your drive, Audie, is greed. Did you do something for monies last session?
Probably. I can't. It was a while ago. Let's see. I don't. Nothing that stands out.
Okay. Zatol, yours is curiosity. I don't remember you exploring anything particularly more or any of that sort of stuff.
No, nothing beyond the mission.
Okay. And Udib? Excitement.
Udib jumped through a lily.
Yeah, I think so. Unless other people disagree, I guess you get a charge for that.
Nope.
That was kind of dumbass thing to do. Okay.
Yeah, I had a choice.
You did have a choice. I mean, you weren't great at the other things, but it's still probably... It wouldn't have led to a whole series of tests. You would have just failed one test. Okay, cool. Resolve. Did anybody resolve a contact that you're removing from your sheet now? I don't think so. Okay. Victory. So this is one that's changed. If your crew completed one or more terms on their contracts last session, it's a little victory and an achievement. So you each get 1 charge for that because you did finish gathering evidence from the terrorist site at the temple mine on Daween.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, breach. Did you abandon or fail to honor one of your contracts? So basically it's the exact opposite. If you're like, well, that can't be done anymore because we murdered the person we're supposed to save, then you would also gain charge. You know, just because now you're not making money, so we give you something. Cool. Okay, so the final thing is training. You can change one of your skills. So one of your regular skill points, one of your regular training points, you can move it. You can't move one that's in expertise. And you can move that to any skill. Likewise, you can move one of your specialties within its department. So you could move material science to biomechanics and biosciences kind of thing. Or gather information politic into sophantology performance if you're just a big liar rather than someone who talks to people in groups. So you can move, you can do each of those things. You can move one skill training, or you can move one specialty within its own department. And once we're done that, we'll get back to it. Anything anybody wants to do?
I think so.
What were we just wanting to do?
Yeah.
You were about to. You were talking about going to the water place after you guys add a new addendum to your contract.
I want to find out how to get medicine because nobody has medicine.
So would subs be an archaic vehicle?
No, they're talking about underwater shuttles.
Okay.
They're just talking about shuttles basically designed to go underwater.
So my pulse drive will be fine.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Okay.
You're just going to be flying probably your ship.
Right. Then I don't think I need to change it.
Because space and really high pressure atmospheres and stuff don't have much on, like, the ocean's not that big of a deal in comparison.
Yeah. So I only got 3 charge. Does that sound about right?
Yes, you probably have more than everybody else, so.
Okay.
Since you're the only one who got one for their drive. Did either Audie or Zatal want to change their drive? Something they feel fit their character, or they're playing them more.
Right.
The list is built into the thing. Like Zatal, maybe you're not that curious. Maybe you're more professional, or maybe you're more, or maybe you want to do some stuff like try to get fame or something. Start streaming everything. Go to your way to get some good shots. I don't know. It's up to you.
We can be stuntmen.
Or justice. Maybe you'll actually care about making sure people get to the proper justice. Just like that. So anyways, you guys can change that if you want. That was the only thing that we hadn't talked about as much.
Yeah, I'll change mine.
Okay. So yours right now is greed, and you're having a hard time playing that, so we're going to change it.
Yes.
What are you going to change it to?
I think I'm going to change it to curious.
Okay. Yeah. So, to get that point, all you have to do is go out of your way to do something to learn something.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Get yourself into a little bit of trouble, or just do something you don't necessarily have to do.
Okay.
If you perform a task to do it, then you're guaranteed to get it.
Okay.
If you get everyone murdered to it, you'll definitely get it for sure.
Awesome.
There you go.
Not my fault, guys. Sorry. It's just my character.
Who else's fault would it be? Gotta be me. You do you. As someone once said long ago, before it was just a terrible thing to say. Okay, so we are going to be doing a little bit more negotiation. So, one of the things we can do with contracts in this game is we can add addendums. During play, your crew comes across unplanned or unanticipated targets of opportunity. So, you are going to basically do a single task, which pretty much has to be probably one of the captain's tasks. So, as you remember, there are different types of positions. So it's usually bargaining or chatting up the person that you're going to be doing for addendums, because you're only allowed one negotiation station task. Oh no, you get 2 for addendums. Oh, cool. Yeah, and so you get to do 2 things. So one station gets to talk to the people, and another one can do something like discover information on why this guy's useful, or try to muscle him, or that sort of thing. So you're currently standing in front of the security officer, who is also a tall, what the hell's the name of the species again? One of those tall bird people. I named them, I can't remember the species name. They are a tall... Oh yeah, a lattice. So
Right.
They're tall and chalky avians with these beaks and winged arms and a tail, and he's standing there with his arms kind of crossed in front of them, kind of like this, because they have the big wings coming off of their arm, and they're chalky white, like over their whole body, because they have calcified skin, and their feathers are kind of calcified as well.
Cool.
And so they're all white, and then the beginning of their feathers are white, and then they go into different colors, usually pale colors. So this one has kind of like pale blue feathers coming out, so they start white and then go blue as the calcium coating kind of goes away. So he's standing there kind of just staring you in the face. How do you guys want to negotiate this contract?
So, I mean, I will probably do the actual negotiations, but if one of you can think of some bit of info you can dig up or
So,
words.
something to help.
So you can basically help him out by being a researcher and doing researchy things. You could maybe get more info from his data device that you got, Audie.
Mm-hmm.
You could reach out. Someone could reach out to a contact or something on some reason this guy's particularly valuable, or that the reason you guys should do this sort of thing as a fixer. The programmer one is what I was talking about. You cracking the surveillance info or that sort of thing. Basically, to convince him to add to your case, to give Zatal here information that he can use in negotiation on why this guy is worth monies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that can even be, I take all the information we have and form it into a PowerPoint presentation and send it to him. Like,
I think the obvious first thing is to check the device a little bit more, right? Probably, guys.
well, you got some information. You could use that information and scan the entire data flow for, like, facial recognition of that woman. Or the device that he knows about.
I was going to do that, actually.
Any of those sorts of things. This is the time when you would do that, and it would become useful for this. And you're also going to gain some information that you might want to use on a go-forward basis.
I think I should do verse image search.
Okay, so you're going to look up this woman. Okay, cool. So let's do that. So that is kind of a researcher kind of task. You're basically looking for background information on the data flow using her face as a search term rather than a name or a word or something else.
Right.
It's Google image search.
Got it.
So you go on the data flow, you're using interface to do that. And it would be research.
Okay. Well...
And the difficulty is... Oh, where's the difficulties? This is standard. Not illegal, it's not coerced. So difficulty is 3. Chocolate.
Okay, alright, here goes. Yay! Nice.
That was gangbusters.
Yeah, dude.
No successes. Or no misses?
No misses, yeah. Only
2 hits?
2 hits, yep.
Only way you could roll better is if your hits were better. Okay, great.
Dice have been too friendly so far, it's making me nervous.
Right.
Okay, so we are currently on the contract sheet. So we left the full amount of the reserve listed on the top. Oh, that's a bit weird. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Somehow we spent 12 out of 11. Am I wrong?
What sheet are you on?
We're on a contract sheet, and I'm looking at the reserve. We're going to be adding numbers to this.
No, I didn't.
So I see
no,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this 11's all spent. I am going to click on this, and that is 11 out of 11. So now you have 2 more. So you have 13 out of 11. Okay, so you built this. You can give me another die. I have 2 dice in the bowl, and increase that to 14 if you want, or you can just let Zatul do his thing based on what you've given him. And I'll give you some info right now. I just want to know if you want to compensate for your slightly less than full success.
What do you say, guys? Sure, why not? Let's do it.
Give out all the dice.
Compensate.
I'll remember. Audie was the one who likes to give me extra dice. Don't worry, I'll give them back. Okay, cool. So, you do a reverse image search, and you find out that this person's name is Patricia Muntz.
Okay.
And
Patricia
she is married to
Muntz.
a man named Rainier Muntz.
Oh.
And
So-
you know that as your prisoner. You actually find his some of his social medias and such. There's lots of the expected talk of independence and people's rights and personal expression and the right to stay without surveillance. You find pretty much a bunch of information on who she is and where she lives. In one of the main cities, probably not too far from here. So, almost guaranteed, though, she's probably gone to ground because she's not an idiot, unless she doesn't know that he's doing this stuff. But if she does know that Rainier is going off and being a terrorist, then she's probably taken off. But it does give them, especially if they get some more information out of Rainier, some really good way to find him. So that definitely brings up his value because they may be able to chase him back to other things. So you can totally use that as a tool to increase the value of this prisoner. She also has some connections to kind of her family. Her family's actually related to like a series of other people. Like she might be his connection to the group. So pretty much what that's going to do is it's going to raise him from being a let me look at it, a fugitive. You can either treat him as a significant fugitive, or he could be perhaps one on his own, but I'm thinking he'll still be a bounty. He's not super important. He was just a leader of a strike team, right? And because they're not asking for that, unless you do really well, then maybe we can push for making him an obligation rather than a bounty. But if you do make it a bounty, you could have bounties on other people. You just wouldn't have a bounty hunter license to run through the streets and stuff, but if you're catching them out in the wild, you don't need that. Okay, so you have that info. So Tal, what's your approach? So I can read the captain roll to you if you want to help you ground yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so all this stuff. Captain's team anchor performs their task last after others have laid the groundwork. You deal with the client representative in a face-to-face conversation to get the best terms. Captain may take a variety of approaches to negotiate. They can bargain over cost and trade. You can ingratiate yourselves with the client with charm. Like you could take this a toll for drink or something. You could present your case with elegant political awareness. You can make a speech to them and their followers so that they feel like you could do pretty much any of those things. You just basically have to role play how you're doing this. You're going to walk over and take them aside and have a good conversation. Are you going to just persuade them? Are you going to throw in a lot of lovely lies to make them feel about how they're going to be famous? Like whatever approach you want.
Just probably, I mean, unless I have some kind of read on this guy that this approach won't work on him, I'm probably just trying to be pretty friendly, charming, and...
That is something you can do, too. Before you do the roll, you could try to size them up. You could do an insight roll. A politic insight to try to figure them out, and then I will basically help you, and you might get a tag on them if you do well, pretty much of you know a bunch of stuff about them, you know their type, and then you'll be able to and I can basically give you some info that can make your approach better.
Yeah, sure, let's try that.
Yes, so this one doesn't count towards your reserve, but it does count. It does help you with the task it does, so you can totally do these sorts of things.
We'll see if it helps.
You guys been rolling gangbusters, so.
He's jinxing it.
Okay, so insight and then.
Oh no! All the evil dice are definitely going towards when you guys start getting shot at. So don't worry about that.
We gotta make him spend those right now.
Okay, how many threat dice?
3.
This guy's hard to read.
You can spend charge and stuff, but...
No.
Okay, you fail. So you're kind of looking at him, and he's a solid piece of calcium. He's basically a tusk on an elephant as far as you're concerned. Standing before you, white in face, blue in feather, but that's about it. You have no idea what he's thinking. He's wearing a smart suit, and he's basically staring at you, looking like he's getting annoyed that he's still waiting for you to actually speak to him.
Is he wearing a tinfoil hat? Jeez.
No. He looks like just a severe security officer.
Mm.
So, you walk up to him then, and what do you say? What do you do? What are we doing? You have no idea what approach to take.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do what I'm good at and hope for the best.
There you go.
And just, trying to persuade him to give us a good price on this guy. Keep us motivated to bringing in guys like this.
Okay. So, what do you say? Are you bargaining? Because that's economy.
Yeah.
Are you persuading him?
Yeah.
Or are you talking like administration, bureaucracy stuff? So what sort of persuasion are you doing? Play it out a little bit here. Are you going to tell him that he can be famous if he catches this guy's group? Or are you going to be like, hey, we can get bounties too. Just because we're crew just turned down those things doesn't mean we can't add them.
Just make his head spin with a bunch of industry talk, and then he'll think, yeah, okay. What you guys are talking about.
I'm just kind of trying to press him with the story of the, Lily and all our guys getting injured, but this guy was how tough this guy was, and
Okay, are you going for a bounty? Are you going for a bounty addendum that is totally gonna have you can catch a variety of these dudes and bring them in?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, at least there
could be more.
Use the info though, right? I mean, we have that.
Yeah, definitely. Look,
to make him seem.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, I'm bringing all that in.
Okay.
So I'm more convinced. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we roll to persuade him then?
Okay, persuasion.
Okay. Difficulty would normally be 3, but it is 4 because you failed this other roll and you're not really sure about this guy, and he seems to be a bit of a hard ass. Literally made of bone.
Damn it.
I
Okay.
jinxed us.
So that drops 1 in there. And you failed. So he's kind of looking at you, shaking his head. You don't get any points. You can add 3 points to this, or you can just use the ones that you already have and just take what he gives you. He's totally not impressed by what you. He's looking at you going, yeah,
we could take our business.
We catch these guys ourselves, You're supposed to be investigating from the brief I was given. He kind of cross-looks at, obviously, his clock. 13 hours ago, I heard that your group was supposed to be investigating the locations of the terrorist attacks, not capturing bounties.
That's kind of what I was saying.
Got a good point, Captain.
But if you want to, you can. We'll give you something.
Yeah, I would just take it.
Okay. Yeah,
You're just taking it? Okay, cool. So let's write this new addendum in.
But I make note of that man's name and number so I can mess with him later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clearly prejudiced against Septox.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
That was my take too.
I can't deny it.
I would tell you his name in just a second. Let me write down the new bounty first.
Yeah.
Bounty Marquis. Okay, so so that's the main. 1 second. Oh, let me write this the proper way. Okay, so that's the ping, and then operatives. That looks right to me. Oh, that's good enough. Okay, cool. So, for bounties, okay, so there's a per person selection on this. How much do you want to spend on this? You currently have 3. Do you want to spend all 3?
I guess.
Yes.
What are we spending? What's this for?
The reserve that you earned with your roll.
Oh.
That's what it's for.
Okay, so that means you get plus 20 RV for each bounty you collect. And so it's its value. So this guy, who you've already collected, so we can mark him indirectly, is he's a common member with friends.
Common member of friends?
Yes. So I will write his name down in here. And he is Rainier months. And we're calling him significant. Which he wouldn't have been if you didn't do that other task. So he's 90 RV plus 20. Okay, so you get this. This is already spent, so we've already done this. Let's you can't bold in this damn program. Okay, that looks stupid. Okay, fine. I'm gonna just stay like this. How about I change the color? There, that's completed. So you get that. Complex materials. This is already completed. So I'll also make that blue. Okay, cool. So you are going to have another 110 on there for capturing this dude. Congratulations.
Sweet.
Which is the equivalent of 11 complex materials. So you can get Audie here fixed up a few more times.
Good idea. Keep that handy.
Or a little bit over 20 supply, so you can buy lots of armor for a new deep there.
That'd probably be the smart move.
Okay, cool. So we've done this. So you have this conversation. It goes terribly. Fortunately, you have some information that basically proves this guy's significant. The guy's fine with you spending the info. He's like, yeah, sure, if you capture this terrorist group people, I'll bring them in. And you have a bounty for the members of the thing. You could have also, instead of spending plus 20 there, you could have spent 1 on that and then maybe given another bounty on this list, like bounty for ships or something like that. But that would mean you'd have to somehow get their ships back and you wouldn't be able to salvage them and that sort of thing. So if you want to do that, we can, but otherwise we'll call this a day and move on.
Let's move on.
Yep, that's good.
Okay. Boom. I have to go too. Okay. So, you are back at home base. You've talked to security officers, and you were talking about going under the sea. Is that where you still wish to go?
Yeah, don't see any reason to change it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Life is better down when it's wetter.
Excellent.
We need slightly bigger shuttles than whatever they have.
You can take your ship, man.
Okay. That even better.
I mean, if you really want, you could try to get a vehicle and stuff. It'd probably cost you a bit. But your ship is a pretty good vessel for many environments.
Makes sense.
Okay, so...
Do we have... Well, I guess we got EV. Okay, never mind. Sorry, go ahead.
You wanted scuba suits? Yes, you have your EVA suit. There are planets that probably have a similar pressure to this under the ocean on the surface. So,
right.
Okay, so we cut to your ship again, flying close over the ocean. Except this time there is no island to see in the thing, and you're coming in the horizon. There's just nothing. It's just open ocean.
Where do you want me to put her down, Captain?
You do have the general location of this underwater facility. How do you wish to approach? Noob Deeb, you're driving.
Well, if I don't get any other information about it, I'll just make as direct a line there as.
Should we scan first?
Oh, for sure.
Who's the sensor
underwater
officer?
mines?
I think scanning's me as well.
Are you the sensor officer and the pilot?
Yeah.
Yes, you are the sensor analyst and the pilot. So as you're flying over top, you're going to try to scan ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at the ship. So using the sensor system, you have 3 charge in your reactor.
Yeah.
And what are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to see if there's anything to see. Maybe scan.
Are you trying to? So what we're talking about here, or you would at least suspect, because you guys didn't look up any sort of maps or anything in this place or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know the location,
Mm-hmm.
but it's under the ocean. So it'll be a bit of a range because you're currently above the ocean.
Well, I would wait until we hit the water and then use something
So you want to go underwater before you get into the general vicinity of the area and scan it from underwater so you can be more at the proper depth?
Yeah.
Or did you want to fly right above it, scan down 2 regions worth, and try to do that? Either way, you're going to probably have to stretch your sensors a little bit. It is long range, which means within the region is region, as the pulse array is listed, if you look at that. Long means the next region over. This means you're going 2 down, so difficulty be 2 higher, plus whatever difficulty you're dealing with.
Right. So am I using the ship scanner?
You're using the ship sensors.
Okay, there it is.
And you have depth analyzer, but that's pretty much useful if you're trying to actually scan the station and see what condition it is in. You could do that. That's not going to tell you whether there's like a whole group of submersibles around the outside.
Yeah, no, I'm more interested in submersibles.
Okay, so that would be using your survey sensors. And if you want to do all the areas around it, there's at least, it's three-dimensional, so the area above, next to on each side, that's about 4 regions.
Right.
So, and they're 2 regions away if you're above, or if you're underwater, you could probably get close enough. You might need to cloak first, unless you want to just fly in. It's up to you.
Discretion's the better part of valor, so cloaking first.
Okay, because there's 2 kind of approaches. You can enter slowly and cloak, which means you'd have to kind of go through a couple different regions. If you go in really quick, you're going to have to roll to try not to bust your ship open on the surface of the ocean, but you'll probably get through the first region and the other region without, before anybody had any chance. You can go fast and hard, or you can go slow and careful. That's the real question I'm asking.
No. I don't need to break our ship apart on the surface. I think there'll be more excitement to be had down below.
Be that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, are you flying above and then lowering down, or are you lowering down and then flying in underwater?
Flying underwater.
Okay. So, you come to a hover just above the water, and you slowly sink down into the ocean, breaking through the, surface tension with ease because you're not moving quickly. And you're sinking down, and the water is got it's got quite a bit of sulfur in it because it's not really water. We're talking about sulfurous material.
Stinky.
Diluene. No, I don't have the listing. That's fine. Yeah, so it's kind of this yellowy, bluey kind of color. As you get deeper, it turns more green. So you're basically seeing, you go down 2 regions worth. So basically you move down 2 layers of the water, and you're about at the same depth as the station now.
Right.
So you probably want to cloak and then move closer to scan, or you could try to scan from quite a distance, but it'd be a lot harder.
No, cloaking and then...
Who is operating the shields?
I think that's Zatal, maybe?
Yep.
Yes, you're the shield engineer. So, are you all on the bridge right now?
I usually am.
No.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'd probably be at the gunnery, just because I'm want to be ready for anything that might happen.
Yeah, all that stuff's operated from the bridge. There's 2 places you can operate any system. You can either...
I knew that.
You can either be on the bridge, and the bridge can operate any system on the ship, any module on the ship that can normally be operated like that. Like, modules that require you to be in it, like the mech lab or something, you have to be in the mech lab for that. But all the other modules, like the launcher and all the systems, like the pulse arrays and the shields, are operated from the bridge. Or you can go down to the section of the ship that the pulse array is in and basically sit there looking at a large thing and put your own screens up and sit in a hammock or something if you want. And the pulse array is in the section of the ship. What section is it in? Is it not listed? That is weird. Oh, I might have missed putting it down. 1 second. It is supposed to be... No, it got missed on the sheet. So what section is it in?
How big is it?
It's the same size as all the others. We can just add it to either the stern, the port. I think you guys had it on the port with the shields and the reactor. Or on the starboard with everything else. But
stern.
You had it on the stern? The back?
What do you say, guys? I say stern.
Okay.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, there it is. It got missed. Sorry about that. Cool. So it's at the back. So from the back of the ship, you could operate the sensors, the grav drive, and the pulse array. That section has only 6 SUs, so 60 metric cubic meters of space remaining. Like, you can't put any large system there anymore. It's pretty full. So you can be back there, or you can be on the bridge over on the starboard side.
I'll be in the bridge.
Okay, so everybody's on the bridge. You guys could tell me about the configuration of this, but Zatal, you need to stealth your vessel, at least according to the plan that your pilot has.
Okay.
Roll some dice, son.
Okay, so
And then if I want to use the extra dice from the holo projector on the ship, I would use the ship charge. Is that
yes.
right?
Yes, you would.
Should we go ahead and do that? Seems kind of.
Holo projector gets you 2 extra dice, so it's a decent deal.
Let's go ahead and do that because.
Okay, so reduce that down by 1 to charge.
How do we recharge the ship's charge?
You can do it at the beginning like you did, and remember, if you roll above 4 and above, you automatically charge 1 system. You get to choose. You can make it the ship system. If you're using ship stuff, you should do the ship. If it's your personal, you can do that. You can also, if it's in between, like, who knows, you could. Also, if you do things that are really, really hard, things that are double difficulty to what your skills are, it's called a desperate action, you also get to charge. Like, automatically. So there's 2 ways. You can either win good, or you can do something stupid. You could also, instead of charging yourself during the achievement part, charge the ship. But your ship was at 3, so nobody did that. Okay, so you want to use your field dynamics, holography, and then add 2 for the holo projector. And the difficulty is going to be 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you are moving in perfectly fine. Cloaked is good.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Captain.
Sweet.
Do you wish to scan?
Yeah, I proceed cloaked for a little while, maybe getting closer by a couple regions before I scan.
Okay, so do you wait till you're like within long range of the facility,
Yeah.
and then you're going to scan all around it?
Yeah,
So you're basically doing multiple regions.
Yeah.
So it's +2 difficulty, and you're trying to find these groups.
So I've got multiple region on my scanner. Can I modify my ship scanner with it? No, that's dumb.
You can, but it would be a big thing, and you're talking way different scales.
I'm grousing.
You could go outside, but the multiple regions would be like multiple parts of your ship. Like your bridge is a region at a way scale.
But if I reverse polarity on the dish...
I'll reverse your polarity. Maybe you'd be on time if I reversed your polarity.
Fine. Multiple region, and I'm using my... what is it? Survey? Perception?
You are using perception and survey, yes. So it is perception, survey, and then the difficulty is six.
6.
Well, you're doing multiple regions.
6. 6.
You can succeed at this.
Well, I'm gonna
roll
I'm
lots
gonna
and lots of 6s.
Can I burn a personal charge on this, or does it have to be a ship charge?
No, you can't do that.
I can't.
No, because it's a different scale of charge. That's one of
You're
them.
a different scale of charge.
It's like trying to charge your car with your cell phone charger. It's not gonna do shit.
I do it all the time.
I want to see that. Show me a video of you charging your car with.
It. Google it. Google it.
That's how Slater died. I killed him. It was my fault.
So then advantage. How do I get advantage on this?
I don't really see a big way of getting advantage on the sensors thing.
Damn it. It's your fault.
Okay.
How'd I do? -2.
Yeah.
Oh,
You so we got to this part where you guys rolled terribly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
there's nothing to see. It's
you guys
fine.
don't detect anything.
Oh my god. It's been destroyed.
You detect the station. The station's there, but you were trying to looking for submersibles. That was your intended.
Is it so bad that we feel like there might be something up with his scan?
No.
No,
Okay.
my scanning's perfect.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that was -2. So
So I can add dice.
I am. No, you can't. That's only for negotiation. I'm taking this out. That's gonna be a -3. So
Bring it.
you are attacked. So you kind of move in towards the station, and so you see the station in front of you on your sensors, and that's all you get. There's no blips around it or anything. It's completely still. The station is a large, like, pretty much crescent tube with top pieces around that, and it's surrounding a spire that's floating out from below and attached to. It pretty much looks like an alien tower attached to the standard island materials from this planet. You know, some asteroid rock and lots of coral and that sort of thing.
Coral.
And then there's an alien tower coming out, and it's underwater. And then there's a station wrapping around halfway around it, and it ends at the front. And parts of it is still under construction. They're building it entirely around it. And then there's like a docking ring around that with some docking ports and stuff like that. So you're kind of looking at that as your ship is just shot at right now.
But we're cloaked.
And no, you rolled terribly on that too. You failed on that. So
What?
they
You
totally
failed on
see
the
you.
cloak?
Yeah, you failed on the cloak and the scan. So
No.
you're instantly attacked. Whoever's manning the shields needs to defend the ship against 2 squadrons of shuttles, underwater shuttles. There are these green shuttles, kind of bumpy looking, like they were just made for underwater. They used to be white or something. You can't really tell because you have no idea where the fuck they are.
Try to open up communication with him. Tell him we're one of them.
You
Just
have to
prior-
defend yourself now. There's no open air
Because
communication.
we don't even see them.
They're in
Basically,
Just-
this is the image you see after you get hit by their weapons.
Yeah, so just before they attack, I say, all's clear, Captain. It's like a graveyard out there. I don't see a soul.
trouble.
And it's like someone says to you, "Your graveyard," as these depth charges hits your ship.
Ah.
So, you need to
There's
defend
something wrong
yourself
with our
using
senses.
your ship's shields. And your shield engineer, Zatal, this is your responsibility. So, defend
It's so
yourself.
exciting.
We're
And the
dead.
difficulty
Sure,
on your
no problem.
defense is is 5 due to the ambush.
Wow.
Yikes, do it.
And
Wait,
they
wait.
are attacking. Oh, I get to decide what section they're attacking too. They are
Wait.
attacking your stern section.
What you would.
They might not get a standoff if you guys would have succeeded on any of your rolls.
Let me roll next, guys. Come on.
Well, yeah, you'll be our counterattack, and then depending on how that goes, we may have to just like hightail it out of here. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm already turning the ship around.
Oh no, we are not.
No, you're not doing nothing. He's defending yourself. You gonna roll those dice there, man?
Yeah.
Really.
Okay. So field dynamics and shield mechanics.
Yep.
And then.
You do not have any points in kinetic deflector. These ships do kinetic damage because they're designed for underwater, and they actually shoot pretty much torpedoes at you.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
Do it. Could have been worse.
Okay. So the back of your ship goes...
-1.
There's a bit of sparks come out of your sensors, grav drive, so the pilot's all hit, and so Audie, you're hit with like sparks, but fortunately, the armor will take it. And your armor is now damaged.
What is going on?
So what do you want to do? You don't know where these people are still. Which is what you basically got for the failing the sensors task. You have no idea where they are. For failing the cloak task, you get attacked.
We should surrender.
You just got hit once, man. So you don't know where they are.
We don't know where they are.
Yeah.
We
So
can see them.
you get to do what you guys want this time. The shield mechanic, you would, if you were to also man the shields, because you're probably going to get shot at next round. It's a bit of a juggle. So.
Okay.
So as a shield engineer, you can do a bunch of stuff. So what it works like in space flight, as this type of encounter is called, is everybody operates one ship systems or modules based on their station. So there's the sensor analyst station, the pilot station, shield engineer station, gunner station, missileer, and damage control. So there are things you can do. If you want to act as a gunner, you can run and try to shoot them. The problem is you don't know where they are, so it'll be a lot harder to shoot them. The shield engineer could lock onto the sensor analyst could lock onto them and find out where they are, and pass you a bonus, basically by coordinating.
Right. Okay.
He would both display where they are, which would get rid of your negatives, and if he succeeds any good, you're basically going to get one extra die for your attack.
Okay.
The shield engineer, if he does anything during this thing, is going to get... he'll basically have to do more than one station. As the pilot station, you can do things like dodge and move and try to get away, and tactical maneuvers like getting up on them and stuff like that. Although it seems more appropriate right now for you to do the sensor analyst duties than the pilot duties right now. Because you don't know where the enemy is or anything like that. You can just fly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I gotta get them up on the scanner.
So I would suggest that as the first attack. I know I'm not explaining all this, but it basically works the same as regular combat. You still have... The stations are kind of the similar way. It's just these stations are a little more firm. And bouncing between them can basically give you disadvantages from multitasking.
Right.
So if you have multiple stations up, basically like you got multiple screens up like I do right now on this thing, trying to run the show and GM at the same time, those two stations, I got a difficulty. It's one of the reasons I keep failing all my rolls on GMing. Because I also have to manage the streaming.
It's all good.
Right.
I'm enjoying
Okay, so who's going first? So you guys get to go... Remember the way it works is you go to do standard tasks, then your compelled tasks, and then any other kind of tasks, like indirect tasks. You don't have any indirect ones unless you set something up.
I think I need to get them on the scanner first so that you guys can shoot them.
Sounds like a plan.
Or at least find one to talk to. I don't know.
Well, then I run for the gunner station then.
Well, you're probably at the gunner station. So you bring everything up in you know, augmented reality. You have your weapons up and you're trying to like shoot, but you have no sensor data, so you're basically shooting blind.
Well, is there a death bloom button? Oh, man.
You forgot to put one in.
Yeah, okay.
So permission to blow a ship charge on this roll, since... Although I guess this is not going to be multi-region because it's local.
No, I mean, the biggest thing is you're basically just trying to scan the region. You know they're behind you. If they're shooting you from behind, they're behind you somewhere, but you're not really sure.
So,
because they're cloaked.
So I don't necessarily need to burn the charge.
If you don't want to. You might want to keep it for shooting things, but...
Let's keep it.
I'm going to just roll a regular survey, but not multi-region.
Yeah, survey makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Survey advantage. I know they're behind us, probably?
No. This allows you to just
so
do that one area. So you don't have to spend any extra regions. There's no disadvantages. You're trying to scan for any one of them. Groups do not really help them with this task, so difficulty is 3. Did you roll good?
I don't know. I can't
Not
see it.
Not bad.
One success. Okay, so you scan. So you're feeding everybody info. You see that there's these two squadrons of shuttles, each with 3 members each. As you would know from the way I'm describing it, but may not because you've forgotten. We haven't played this game in like 3 weeks. These are obviously stock characters. Shuttles is stock. And then ship-sized characters would be more like people, right? So the other could be significant characters. So these are 2 stock characters, each with 3 members. And so these green once look like they're probably construction vehicles are basically coming in to attack. They're both behind you. You know precisely where they are. Adi, would you like to shoot one of them?
Yes, I open fire.
Tell them we don't like what they're doing.
I say, stock characters, just for fun.
Okay, so when you kill these dudes, what you do is you're trying to you have to knock out their armor, and they have one resilience thing, and then you start knocking down the numbers of them, and the difficulty goes down.
Oh, okay.
As we discussed when you were fighting them in like 4 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago. Okay, cool. So your only weapons on board the ship right now is the pulse array. You can use your space target.
Is it artillery?
Yes, you're using your artillery skill because it's a large weapon.
Right.
And you can use your space targeter.
Ooh.
If you wish, to give you 1 extra die. Or you could just do the fact that you have 4 dice against
I think
difficulty and hope if it's good enough.
I'm gonna stick with it.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, use it now because the difficulty goes down later if we start knocking them off, right? So it's at its most difficult now.
Right, and it's not that difficult. Right.
You're just shooting at one of them. You're not. Yeah. So.
What's the difficulty gonna be?
The difficulty is 3.
3. Okay. And no advantage, right?
You get 1 advantage from coordinating your attack with the sensor analyst.
Okay,
so yes, you
excellent.
get 1 advantage.
Okay. Against 3, I'll do it. Oh yeah, that's.
Badoom! Okay, awesome sauce. Okay, so we'll talk about this sort of thing. So first thing you get to do is charge the reactor on your contingency type corvette. The FRS Auspicious gets...
Oh. Should I do that, or...?
Yep, moves charge up by 1.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about outcomes a little bit here. Because this is... You rolled good. You did good, kid.
Thank you.
Don't get cocky.
Is that a reference to something?
Okay, so this does the same.
No,
you get to
I came up with that.
3 damage base, but
Sweet.
your pulse array automatically does +2 damage. So you're doing 5 damage.
So they atomize.
So, as you would know, armor can take up to 3 damage. and resilience can take 5 damage. If you spent 2 points, you could add 1 to the damage because you don't have charged pulse on your weapons. So you can use the first one of these like you had it if you spend double the points.
And you can't spend it after the fact. You spend it before, right?
No, you'd be spending it now.
Okay.
Because it's a damage one. All the triangle ones that you see next to the pulse arrays and stuff, you spend those after.
Okay, gotcha. Yes, let's spend it. Like just what I got.
But that way you're spending 2 charges for only 1 plus in damage.
Oh, well, what good is that?
So what that would do, let's say that they have an armor and a resilience slot. Resilience only takes 5, so they have to take the resilience slot. But if you did 1 more damage, they'd have to take the armor as well. So that's the only reason you do that.
Okay. I think
so basically, imagine you're at this console. You're guiding this thing in. You see it impacting. You can increase the charge on it by bursting out of your ship and that sort of thing simultaneously within this 1 second window that it always takes a pulse of a pulse weapon to reach anything ever, no matter the distance.
Yeah, and at the last moment, I ramp it up.
You could do that, but it's going to cost you 2 charge instead of 1 because you guys don't have a charged pulse on your pulse array. So it's up to you. You could just spend this, and then you know you're going to take out a resilience slot. I was just telling you the options because you wouldn't know.
I think I should spend it just because it just seems like a good use for it.
Well, there's another guy, and you're going to have to defend yourself any second now.
Yeah, but that'll be 1 less, I guess, right? It's
not going to kill them. It's not going to kill them.
But it will take them out of action, right?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, it's because all it's going to do is also take out the armor.
Yeah. So either way, you're going to get an advantage against it next round.
Okay. All right.
I think not spending the extra would probably be the tactical thing to do.
Okay.
And we'll probably agree later. Okay. So you hit him. It bypasses his armor, and you see the one of the ships get totally rocked, and the little shuttles are peeling off, and they're looking a little worse for wear. Okay, and they're attacking you together. So, as they're peeling away, they both of them peel away together, both squadrons, and they drop these pretty much death charge towards your ship, to the stern, and you need to defend it, Zatal.
All right, at least I know I'm prepared this time.
Yes, indeed. So the difficulty is 4.
Okay. And am I getting any coordination from the fact that we were shooting at them? Or
no, unfortunately, standard tasks and compelled tasks don't really work together that way.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
So
what is it? 4?
4, yes. And your shields are... Yeah, it was higher last time because you were getting a... So field dynamics, so you had... Oh, you don't have shield mechanics as a skill. Okay, so you get 3 dice via 4. Ouch.
Yeah, I need to be better at this.
Okay, so you get hit from behind for -1. I can raise that.
Oh man, we just took it.
Okay, so you are taking 5 damage to your rear. That's going to make life difficult. Okay, so that means everything increases threat damage for all the systems on the stern section. So sensors, grav drive, and pulse drive. So shields won't be any harder, but at the stern will be. So it's now your turn again, going to second round. So you have many options. Here's an option you might have thought of. One can take the damage controller role. The pilot could run to the back of the ship and patch the ship up.
Sounds good.
So if you want to do that, you need to... Fortunately, you're not at the stern of the ship, so you're going to have to run back there, which means you probably won't be able to do it this round.
What?
You could also try to turn the vessel to make sure that they don't attack that side again. It's still going to make everything harder on your pulse array, though.
Do I need to... Wait, the pulse array, that's the weapons?
You could also try to get there really, really faster. Yes, pulse array is your weapons. Also,
you're getting there make it better.
If you roll a successful athletics task to run across the ship, I'll let you do it this round. But if you fail, you're going to be like caught up or trapped somewhere in the ship, dealing with something.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant get our ship to our destination faster.
Yes, you could also try to do some fancy flying to gain bonuses for them or something like that. But it's going to be hard because your grav drive has now a disadvantage on it because you got hit in the stern.
What? Why is everything in the stern?
Just put it there.
I need a new ship. One where not all the systems, like all the important systems, are in the stern.
Well, you can move it next time. The shields are on the port.
We're learning free spacers at this point.
If you really want, I'll let you right now move your pulse array to the port side if you thought it would be better.
Fine, whatever.
So next time you refit your ship, you can move all these systems wherever you want.
It's fine. Yeah, fancy flying. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Do some fancy flying.
Audie, you could run there and try to fix that section.
Yeah, I thought. But then I would leave the guns.
You can operate the pulse array in that section.
I can?
Yes. So you don't have to get back up here.
Well, that's a no-brainer then, I guess.
Okay. So, who wants to go first? It makes sense to do patching first, but...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It makes sense to patch it up first.
And he's rolling better. He's rolling better than Zatal and I.
Oh, you just jinxed me.
Okay, so...
Nothing could go wrong now.
Yeah.
Nice shot, kid. 1 in a million.
Okay, so what are you trying to patch?
The
disadvantage one, right?
Right. Which one was that that got hit?
That's the resilience one, the one that has a little die next to it if you're looking at the ship sheet.
Okay.
That's a technical task, and it's pretty standard. It's kind of scientific. Sorry, tech task. It's not that intricate. Regular. It's a difficulty 4 task, and it is. Let me check which system. What it would be. It would be inscription code.
Okay, that's good.
And you can use your personal stuff to fix it, and you would normally use your multi-tool on utility manipulator mode.
I'd definitely do that.
Or you could use your link on development kit. Because it's a large device, you can use a utility manipulator, though. So, which you have points in, so you might want to use that one.
Yeah, I'll use that. How many points do I have in it?
You only have 1 die in utility manipulator. So when you spend a charge, you get 1 extra die.
Okay.
And the difficulty, as I said, was 4 for a technical task like this.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend a charge for that. So I'm at advantage 1 then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then threat is 4?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Dang it.
You just wasted all your good rolls, man.
Jeez, no kidding. Oh, those are terrible.
Okay, so patching. So the way patching does is it works like damage. You just remove a certain number worth of something. And so you failed.
Yeah.
Which means I'm going to let you do it, but
Mm-hmm.
You are taking... I'm putting one die in here. You're taking a failure of 1. You're taking a hit. So you rush down there, and you're like... And it just starts to spark, and you're basically getting burnt up.
Fried up, yeah.
Yeah, so you're basically frying yourself in the systems.
My eyebrows burn off.
Take 3 damage.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
And...
I just got patched up.
Let's look at your character sheet. So you're wearing your ship suit, right? Did you put any armor or anything on it? Nope. This is gone too. This should be off because you're not wearing your UVA suit anyways. But, anyways, so you take your ship suit. You're not wearing anything. So you're taking 3 damage. This should be fixed because we fixed it. And basically, you're taking that back. That's the only thing you can do.
Okay.
Okay, but you fixed the ship and you're fixing it for the base amount, which is 4 condition plus your +2. So it's 5 worth. It allows you to fix that one thing on the ship.
Cool.
But you've taken a resilience thing of your own. So can you mark that on your sheet?
Yes. So resilience.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might want to armor up your guys' ship suits and stuff.
Is it the what's the difference between I have 2 resilience?
You have one that you have and one that you don't have because you don't have augmentation armor.
Okay, so that's just a 1 bullet then. Okay.
So you've used 1 patch. So the thing about patches are they're more expensive to repair, but it is basically like allows you to do damage control in the thing. So you're basically moving the damage from your resilience to this patch, and then you have to tear that off if it's armor, or pull out the evasive code, so it makes it more expensive to fix. So you're basically there, and the hyper diamond's all around you, and it's all cracked and shit, and you're like tearing it out and that sort of thing.
As I'm getting burnt.
You're just getting burnt. You got like your 0 point energy like coursing through your body, and you're like, fuck, why didn't I? Damn it, I should have armored up my suit. Next time let's armor our suits before we go into battle. This is stupid.
I'm a salty space dog. That's where I'm comfortable.
Audie, come in. What's going on back there?
Okay.
It's okay, we got it. It's just I need to lie down.
You gotta shoot those guys.
So you're hurt, but at least the grav drive and the sensors aren't taking any problem. But you're taking exactly the same difficulty that you were taking with the systems to hurt the way they are. Okay, but you're sitting down there and have access to the weapons and stuff next round. What are you doing? Pilot?
Well...
Piloting.
Captain? What are we doing?
Evasive.
Yeah, evasive maneuvers.
Yes. So that is a way you can give a bonus to someone to this defense. You can do evasive maneuver things. So, go ahead.
So just a straight up pilot roll?
Yeah, you're basically piloting against them. So what things do you want to do? You want to make it harder to hit, and are you trying to, and this is kind of a freebie, I'm telling this, do you want to change what section that they're facing so they can attack the stern again?
Yeah, that's not a freebie, that's just common sense.
Okay, so you like flip the ship over so they're facing maybe the cargo
Crazy
bay
Ivan.
on the bow.
Crazy Ivan.
Okay, you're crazy Ivaning, whatever the hell that is.
Come on, man, Hunt for Red October.
Yes, and Firefly.
They stole it from Hunt for Red October. But yes.
Cool. So basically, you're going to flip the vessel, drop up. So let's roll that. That's a stunt. It's kind of crazy, but not too bad. And so...
I want to catch them in my wash as well.
Are you actually trying to hurt them with that? You could ram them or something, too, instead.
Nah, ramming's a last resort.
Okay. So
that's pilot pulse drive.
Yep.
Correct.
And the difficulty is, it's not very tight quarters. You're doing it pretty quick. It's not too ambitious. I think 3. 3 difficulty. You don't have any extra difficulties like you would have before Audie went and burnt himself to death?
Burn charge or no? That's still ship charge that I have to use, or is it?
You would have to use the ship charge, yes. But there is 3 in the charge, and you can use it on... You would have to use atmospheric thrusters, which you don't have.
So you'd have to spend 2 charge to get 1 more die.
Ouch. All right, then I won't do that. I'm just gonna roll it. 3 threat, you said?
Yep.
There you go.
Look at that. Successes.
You see, it can be
so
done.
Tasty and yummy. Yay, success. Okay, so you spin the vessel around. You see them off the bow of your vessel now. You're basically pointing the cargo bay, which is a big chunk of metal, right at them. And they're right in front of you. So, Tal, do you want to do anything, or are you just going to defend the ship? You can multitask here and try to do something else. You can also multitask, Audi. You could also shoot. It's just going to be even more difficult.
I'm just going to shoot.
You're going to shoot, do a second task.
My first task is still the repairing.
Yeah. Just a second. I don't... No, you can't do that. Never mind. I'll talk to you guys about that later. Yeah. Anyways. I have to double check my multitasking rules. I've changed these so many times I don't even remember how they work.
Yeah,
understood.
I think I don't want to do anything that's going to make me worse at protecting us. But if Nudeeb can, fire off a shot.
Nudeeb?
You mean Audie?
Okay, so here it is. You can only do one standard task.
No.
But you can always do a compelled task. So multitasking is when you operate more than one station at a time. So you could operate the guns, which would be 1 harder, and operate the things, which would also be 1 harder. But because one's a compelled task and one's a standard task, you can do them.
Wait, what's the compelled?
The defense. Because he's the shield engineer, so he's responsible for doing defense. You could have also got him to dodge instead of using shields to avoid the depth charges.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting into the optional things. So you can take the compelled task instead, Nudeeb, to dodge with the ship.
Okay.
So it would be 1 harder, and that would free up Zatal to do a compelled task without taking a disadvantage on both tasks. But you would take a disadvantage on the compelled task. So it's only on the second one that you get the disadvantage.
That makes sense.
Because then you would be operating twice, which would be the overwhelm disadvantage. Would be similar.
Okay, so that would be another piloting roll?
If you want, but that's after these guys finish their standard task. So you've done your standard task, Audie. You've done your standard task, Nudeeb. And I'm asking the captain if he wants to do a standard task. If he's going to pass off the compelled task or keep it, he could still do something else this round. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Because you each get a standard task. It's just if you're trying to also do this compelled task, it's a different station on board ship. It means basically operating 2 ship stations simultaneously, which is hard.
Yeah. Desperation.
Okay, well, let's see. If I fire a shot at them instead, how good at that will it be?
I don't know if you're particularly good at that.
I don't think I am at all.
There's always room for success, though.
Yes, there's also room for failure.
So what is it? Is it artillery? What?
Yes, you get 2 dice.
It doesn't seem worth the risk. It seems like I should just focus on the shields and hopefully.
So you need to defend the ship. Both groups are firing at the ship. You get 1 advantage die because the ship is injured. One of the ships that are firing at you is injured, and the difficulty is 4. So take your shield mechanics
Okay. I get an advantage because we've injured one of their ships. I thought I was getting one for the evasive maneuvers.
You also get one for that.
Okay, so I'm
You
getting
get two
two.
advantage.
Okay.
Good call. I've forgotten. Yeah, so next round you could defend instead if you wanted. I was trying to make it not complicated, give you guys a million options. And
That's good. We're learning, piece by piece.
Yeah.
Okay, so and what was the difficulty?
The difficulty is 4 because both squadrons are attacking you, and they have 3 members each. So it's 3 members being aided by one other group, which brings it to 4. And but you get 2 bonus dice, and the difficulty is 4. So roll those dices. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at the outcomes for this. So defend, since we finally defended, which is great. If I can find it. Oh, defend, protect. The attacks change target is the official thing for 3 success. So, pretty much, this doesn't work that well with that, so I might tweak it and change it. But, you defend, you take no damage. Shields perfectly block it off, and the ships are going to change tactics. So they dive straight down and are trying to loop up around the other side of the station. So they can come back at you in stealth or something like that. You don't know. So that's what they're doing this round. So that means you won't have to defend yourself at the end of the round. So the way the cycle goes is you tell me what you're going to do, and then I change the situation for each thing you say you're going to do, and then we just basically keep wrapping around like that. Mm-hmm. Cool. Just like all RPGs. I just calling it out. Cool. So you know what's going on. Okay, so it is now your task. These ships look like they're trying to get away. It's slightly more important in this game because it's entirely player facing. So because I'm not rolling dice, I can't be like, here's my attack, here's my runaway task. So I kind of have to make sure I give you that feedback.
We could try to close.
You defend the ship well enough that they are wrapping away around the other side of the station. So they're just flying off at full speed. So you can chase them, you can go the other direction, you can hide.
Could we talk to them?
You could try to message them.
Say, hey, what?
We've already shot at one of them, though.
No, but they shot first, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe they were just trying to warn us off, and they're just real dicks about it.
I'm not really feeling that. I kind of want to just take these guys out if we can.
Yeah.
You could cloak and then try to sneak up on them, too. There's a lot of things you can do. So each of you get to do one thing. Who wants to go first, and what do you want to do? And Captain, do you have any orders?
Yeah, well, if we're going to try to cloak, that would be me. I guess seeing it, how that pans out first might help us decide what else to do. Should we do that first?
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
All right, we'll give it another try.
Oh, question 2. Last time I rolled a 10. Does that mean I get charge?
No. Only if you roll a big success, you get 10. 10 is a definitive, which gives you 2 hits for one die.
Okay. How do you get the charge? Sorry.
You roll
4
above
successes,
4.
Right?
4 or more successes.
Gotcha.
Hits above the number of misses.
You did do that at one
point. Right. I got 5.
You got 5, and that's how you have 3 charge right now.
Yeah, we spent a charge on the ship, and then you recharged it back up to 3.
All right.
And then apparently you can also get a charge if you attempt to do something where the difficulty is twice.
Yeah,
how many dice you have, and if you actually pull it off.
No, you just get it for attempting it.
Oh, just for attempting. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if I tell you, it's 6, and you're like, I've got 3 in total, I could spend to get more, or I can just do it and I'll get charge.
I had 6 on that one difficulty thing.
Where? I don't see one.
Did you only have 3 dice though?
I don't know. What was the roll? I forget. I remember making a big deal about it though.
You can scroll up to see it. No, you had 4 dice on a 6 difficulty.
Yeah. If you would have had one less die. See, you had 4 dice and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it would have had to be an 8 for you to get a desperate task. You technically could succeed this. You actually have just like 40% chance of success.
All right, so I'm gonna try to stealth. I'm gonna go ahead and spend a charge again because this is something our ship's actually good at.
Okay. You could also get him to fly fancy first if you want, and like go somewhere harder to see or something. There are things kind of floating around, but
Yeah, I could float
Yeah,
behind that
do we want to do
giant
that?
eel.
or if you stealth, he could use that to get in behind them. So it just depends on how you want to tactically handle the situation. The map, if I drew a map, would be really simple. It'd be a circle at the center, several regions around that, and then vertically the same thing. And then there are some kind of debris. There are floating bits and pieces in the water, but nothing huge. So
We should pretend we should do the old dead in the water trick.
Yeah, I'll fly casual.
Yeah, it's just a matter of do we want to like move to where it's easier to hide and just like try to lay in wait for them, or do we want to try to get into stealth so that then we can sneak after them?
that's the question.
I think they're distracted now, so now would be a good time to stealth, since there's not really a good place to hide.
I'll point my ship up like we're going to surface. We'll stealth and then we'll go low.
Okay, so that sounds like you're gonna roll this
so
stunt first.
Yeah,
What?
Let's do that. We'll because this is going to give us the biggest chance to hopefully actually go into stealth.
Okay, so you're doing basically a stunt where you're trying to kind of get out of their view as much as you can. So you're kind of moving up really quickly, and then you're going to kind of try to come down in a way that they can't see you, like by shimmying sideways or something.
Yeah, hopefully.
So that's a 3 difficulty.
Hopefully
It's a
under
basic
cloak.
stunt. And he's going to try to cloak simultaneously. All the actions during the standard
You're
round happen.
You're going to help. You're going to hopefully help me cloak so that we
Gotcha.
can go into super stealth.
All right.
Super stealth.
That's what it's
Boom!
called.
Look at
There
that.
you go.
10s and 6s and shit all over the place.
Nice.
Okay, so you totally do get that bonus to your attack. So he kind of hid you from view by this complete success,
I'm gonna go now.
and you're going to stealth the ship.
Wait for it. Wait for it. So I give him a bonus.
So pretty much what you did is you did stealth the ship for this round, and they don't know where you are. And if he cloaks now, it'll be easier,
Right.
and they aren't even looking in the right place because you basically stealth. You hid so he could cloak. Now you'll be able to move next round without being seen if he can cloak you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you stay where you're hidden, you'll be stealth as long as you want to be. So you're stealth either way.
Call that maneuver the smoke bomb.
There you go. Boof.
All right. How many threat dice?
Your threat dice are 4.
Nice.
Okay, you're hidden.
Is that because we're in water?
No, because your people scanning you have a difficulty of 3 plus 1 because there's 2 of them.
Cool.
Oakley dokley, you are hidden. Audie,
All
what do
right.
you want to do this round?
Um,
You're injured.
yeah.
Now,
Is
if
that
you
gonna be
want, you could go to the med bay. Actually, you could do it here. You could just pull out your
patch
thing and
kit?
patch yourself. How is your biosciences skill?
It's not great. I don't. That's what I was thinking of changing.
Too bad you didn't do that. You could get
Yeah.
back to the bridge, and if you guys are going to hide for a bit, they don't know where you are. Or you could go to the med bay, but you're going to be spending more than just a round because it takes like 15 minutes, and actually heal yourself. Get one of the other ones to come down and heal you. Like Zatal could come down there. You could spend 15 minutes hiding away, and the ships would go and do whatever they're going to do.
Yeah, I'll make my way to med bay. Holding my guts in.
Are you calling
Oh yeah, I'm burnt.
Yeah, I guess I'll meet you there.
Calling Zatal. I'm injured. I need attention soon.
You see Del comes up and goes, "Oh, an injured crew member!" And he's got a little cast on and a pair of crutches, and he's like, "Oh, come down to medbay." Okay. So, you're the only one left on the bridge, Noamdi. What are you doing while these two are moving down there? You got a bit of time.
Yeah, I guess further scanning?
You could try to scan, like, the thing. You could scan the ships. You know pretty much where they are. You are one region away from the... So you're pretty much within long range, because you're kind of hidden up around the top of the tower above the station. You kind of moved up there really quickly, and then he's cloaked your ship. So as far as you're concerned, you're cloaked, just as you thought you were before, but we all know it's true as players. And so you could try to scan. If you fail, they might see you or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just play possum and wait.
Don't want to wait. We might just have to wait while we get Audie patched up.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that.
Okay, so that's because you have someone helping you. It is actually a vignette. You don't have to roll. We're just going to spend a little bit of materials to fix you. So you have to cure a resilient slot, so that's four complex materials to cure Audie.
Never mind, not worth it.
Oh, I'm no
get
more
a new
complex
human.
materials to you.
So the other thing you can also do during this time is after you guys heal him, you could go down and patch the armor on the stern. You cannot heal it fully because you need a dry dock to do that. But as you have a biolab, you can do maintenance on the crew member, but you don't have a dry dock, so you can't do maintenance on the ship. So, did someone spend that, and you need to remove your resilience condition?
Okay.
So spend the 4.
Seems like a good idea to patch that armor. How much? Like, how expensive is that?
It doesn't cost you anything to patch the armor, but it costs you more to repair the armor later. So let's say a resilience slot on your ship costs you 5 RV. A patch costs you 8. A hull armor slot costs you 3, and a patch costs you 8. So it makes it a lot more expensive, but you have armor.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to try to get back into the fray with these guys, we better just do it.
Okay, so you want to remove 4 from the complex materials. So someone needs to do this, unless you want me to do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, so 9 minus 4 is 5. So now you have 25 complex materials, and so you spend about 15 minutes doing this. Noob Deeb, you're the sensor analyst. You get a compelled task, alertness.
Alertness.
Yes.
I can do that.
Difficulty 4. You get an advantage of 1.
Oh. Should say those first.
I know.
Or put advantage after.
Yeah.
Advantage 1. Difficulty 4. 4 successes.
Okay, so you get to charge the ship's reactor.
Boom.
And you detect the 2 ships coming out and moving around in a search pattern, looking for you.
We got company.
And, yeah, so basically they're moving around in a search pattern and they're kind of separate. And are you doing the patch, Audie, after you get off the medical bed?
Doing the patch on the
armor.
The armor, yes.
Okay, so you do need to roll material sciences.
Okay.
Difficulty 4.
Okay. Material science.
You're real good at this, so.
Yeah. 4, sorry? Right?
Difficulty is 4, yes.
Okay.
It's a scientific task.
0 success.
Okay. So... Okay, so what do you do? So you patch it, but you waste a patch.
Okay.
So, where's the ship? I have the wrong thing open, sorry. So I will mark this, so you'll see what I mean by wasting a patch. So you have healed up the ship, but you've blown through your last 2 patches on the stern.
Okay.
So that was real expensive. So you're basically, soldering stuff. It's just taking tons of material. And you're just, you're wasting a buttload of material to do this.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was just injured really bad.
Yeah.
So.
Perhaps the Dr. Zatal might have given you a little too much pep-me-up.
A little too happy.
So you're like, you're welding away, and instead of cutting, or instead of like sealing with material, you do a big cut too, and so you have to fix that one as well.
Yeah, it's that. But I'm not telling anybody. Make it look just like that.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh. Yeah, you can't do any more emergency repairs on the rear of the ship. It's just not going to take it.
Yeah,
it won't take any more. So you might want to keep the stern of the vessel out of firing lines. Okay, so after about half an hour, and you see this big search pattern happening and stuff like that, I need you to roll your cloaking again. So tall. That's a compelled task.
Well,
you get advantage, and it's 4 difficulty.
I'm going to go ahead and... We just recharged the ship, so I'm going to go ahead and spend a charge again.
Okay.
Difficulty 4.
Yep. Ooh. Nice. So you do charge by 1. And remember, there are double criticals, so if you roll north of 6, you get to do double charge.
Nice.
So, I think we rolled one of those on the very first session, but we haven't rolled one since.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any. Just double checking. Cool. So you get to charge that back up, 3. And, yeah, so the searching ships move past you. They do not find you.
Sweet.
So, you're all back up on the bridge. You basically had to do that while he was down there patching the armor.
Patching.
You used lots of patches.
Yeah, where'd all the patches go? That's how many it took. I'm sorry.
So
really a big hole.
A big hole.
Out of your pay.
So now I think we wanted to like do a maneuver in to get the perfect shot and then blast him again.
Let's just circumvent the old reach around.
I mean, we can't go in aboard this like station while they're out there.
Hell yes, we can.
No, because then we can't like leave our ship defenseless. We got to take these guys out.
Yeah, I mean you can remotely operate your systems, but it's one more difficult for remote access, and then you're like defending your ship, and you just might as well be aboard doing the job.
Yeah, we got to take these guys out. Ship. We can't complete the job while they're here, so we gotta take them out.
All right. Wow.
Well, but now it's us ambushing them, which I feel much better about.
Yes. So you get the tag of being cloaked on the attack automatically. So you could attack immediately, and you're going to get the 1 advantage that you're going to get for that.
No, I want you putting us right in the right spot to get the kill shot on one of these guys.
All right. Do it.
So there are things you can do. So you can attack with a pulse array. You can ram them with your vessel, but you don't have a ram. So it makes it dangerous because you fail, you can take a lot of damage. You could try to board them, but shuttles are really hard to board because they're small. You could try to scoop them, which would be kind of like ramming them. So if you fail, it's bad, but if you scoop them, the shuttles are in your bay.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
The one thing you can
not
do,
the best idea.
because you're waiting and they are moving around, what it sounds like you're trying to tactically do, you could attack them while they're by themselves.
Yeah.
So while there's one, and attack the injured one while he's away from the other squadron. Because the two squadrons move together and then apart. So you're attacking one of them, and you get +1 die for just attacking them, Audi, if you're using the pulse array.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to jam their communications right as we do it?
Yeah, you can totally do that if you want. That is a awesome comms kind of task that you can do. Actually, it is a hacking kind of task. It is... No, I think it would... Yeah. It is interface comms to jam them.
That would not be me.
So, Tall, are you good at that?
I think I'm a little bit good at that.
Yeah, you get 3 dice, so you could try to do that sort of thing. You only need really a 1 to keep them from calling out once, but basically next round they'll be able to call out, kind of thing.
Would my tools be able to work on that? Because there's no like ship comms.
No, you're going to be using your link. If you look at the link, its range and stuff is quite large. It's got SDV range, which is basically throughout the entire ship. And then you go to tachyon, which it would mean next range is tachyon, so that means within the entire system. So, and if you get up really close, which the pilot could do, so you could have the pilot get you close, give you advantage, and then right after he shoots. So have him shoot, the pilot move into a close position, you jam them. All in one round.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do that.
Okay, let's do it. Audi, shooty time.
Okay.
So the last round, what you're basically doing is moving in while they're further away from the other one. We're not going to go through all those rounds. And you're waiting till they're out there, because that's what you told me you're doing. So Noob Deeb maneuvers the ship in. So when the squadron's by itself, the 3 ships, and Audi is going to fire his weapons. Fire the pulse array. And you can spend a point to use the space targeter if you wish, to give you 1 more die.
Can we get an advantage if we make pew pew sounds?
He already gets 1 advantage.
Pew pew pew.
Okay, I already get 1. So I use the pulse array to get that 1?
No, you got that 1 from the other stuff that we already defined.
Right, okay. And then I could get another 1 if I want to use the targeting computers, right?
Yeah, if you use the space targeter, you by spending a charge. You can
By
get
spending
1
a
more die.
charge. How many charge? We just have 2 left, right?
You have 3, because he
3?
charged it.
Okay. Yeah, let's use it. Let's use it.
Keep the charge train going. So pop it down 1. Do you want me to do it? You're
I can
probably
do it.
on your sheet, right?
Got it, yeah.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, and then threat?
The threat is 3 because you're only attacking 1, and you got an advantage, right? From the ship being injured.
Yeah. Right.
And you also got 1 from being cloaked. You're supposed to get 3 advantage in total.
Oh, 3, okay.
Okay, so quit that. 3 advantage.
Okay.
I maybe should move the advantage to the end.
There, 2. Okay, 3.
In tabletop play, they're kind of simultaneous actions as you're both kind of gathering advantage.
Jeez.
Holy fuck, you suck! Oh my god, that is terrible!
That is horrible.
I can't believe you failed on that. Oh my god.
Reroll.
So many dice.
Practice roll.
Nope. Yikes.
Okay, you miss.
They're all cocked.
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically you shoot past it. Basically, you're shooting at the ship. You hit something else, some piece of debris that nobody noticed, and they're alerted.
Yeah.
So they know that you're in the general vicinity, and they're looking for you now.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna jam
The ship
top.
close to you knows where you are, and the other set are further away and know you're this direction, and they're coming this way.
How can you fail with 7?
Okay, so you guys can change up what you're going to do. You don't have to follow the original plan. So he goes to shoot, and you're all like, okay, I'm going to move in, and he's going to jam them, and then it's totally like, oh, fuck. What would you like to do, Noobdeeb? He's going to ram it with the ship.
I mean...
You can totally do that.
All right, let's do it. Haven't done my exciting thing yet for this round. This is Audi's fault. I'm just gonna say it's Audi's fault.
Okay. So the one thing it's not on this sheet is when you're ramming. Because you're using basically the ram, but without having the ram, so you're not protected, but you're still doing it. So the damage is automatically at least 1 if you hit.
All right.
If you miss, you're gonna do damage to your ship as you hit them and their ship.
All right, that's fine. I'm gonna ram them.
So you like fire, you hit some piece of garbage, and he's like full speed, and the ship just flies directly into them. You're heading with the cargo bay, right?
Yeah. So it's just a piloting roll like normal.
It is a piloting roll. The difficulty is 3, and you get. Oh, did you? Yeah, and you already get the advantage. You still get your advantage die because they're still damaged.
Sorry,
so you get 1 advantage for the damage on the ship.
Okay.
Maybe 1 sec. Technically, you get 2 advantage because he is helping you.
Right.
And the difficulty is 3.
Look at this. Boom.
Oh! Okay, so you get to charge your reactor.
That's good.
And yeah, you do 5 successes. So 5 plus 1. You take out their armor, and you take out one of the ships.
Yes. We go right through them.
So yeah, you basically go right in, and it goes off the front of the ship. You see the shuttle just cartwheel over the top of your ship, and it's all green, and it's like blowing air out of it and the green water, and the other ships are like peel down below you and try to wrap around.
Should have just done that.
Well, he had the same number of dice you did.
I know, it's sad.
As sad as that may be. Okay, so Tall, are you planning on doing something or just defending against the attack you're expecting? They're not attacking this round because they didn't know you were there. So I would have described that earlier. What would you like to do?
Yeah.
You were originally going to jam them. You still could. Because they know exactly where you are, but the other ship just knows you're here somewhere.
Yeah, I might as well try to delay the other ship at least.
Okay. So imagine a scene where a cloaked ship hits another ship. I bet you never seen anything like that on a show recently, on TV.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I haven't, but
nobody's watching Star Trek.
I could guess.
Oh yeah,
I have not been watching it.
I did watch that. It was pretty cool.
So this is interface comms, and then if I was using my tool, what would it be?
Let me grab your tool.
It would be
development kit. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll use a charge for that.
Oakley dokley.
Call that one Noobdeeb special.
I think someone wants to get a RAM installed.
It's on my mind.
All right, and threat.
And the threat is... Oh, did you put your advantage die?
What advantage die?
For them being damaged.
Oh, okay.
The resilience damage, you still get that. And then the difficulty is going to be 2. So, that's called a double crit. You get 2 charge for your personal system.
Nice.
Jeez.
So...
You got to spend charge to make charge.
Okay.
Yeah, I spent charge.
So that puts you at max. Did you already put the 2 points on your charge? So that puts you at max. If you would have went over, remember the overcharge is clicked, and then you have to use it on the next task that is possible to use it on. Which can sometimes be bad, because then you might have to do a double charge just to use it. But it's part of the risk of overcharging your systems. Okay. Cool. So, they have no comms. And you do well enough that their comms are blocked, but you technically could comm them if you wanted. So you could, like, whoever, like, the hacker in the group is, if he wants next round to try to hack their systems, they could do that. Because you didn't block them out entirely. Right? They can't communicate outwards. And it's pretty much for as long as... until they somehow break out of it. So... let me double check that, but
just blow them up.
Yeah. So you pretty much you've done it. They can kind of try again next round, but you kind of got their communications pretty much down, and you can still access them though. So they can try to get their comms up next round or something, but you'll be able to defend against that and attack them and that sort of thing if you want to do some electronic warfare. Cool. Okay, so this round, those guys are like dodging out of the way, and they're like realizing you're there because you're totally stealth, and they're moving into attack formation, and they're trying to get around behind you again because they think you're weak there. They don't know you might have had time to patch it.
I say,
Okay, so, and the other ships are moving into the region, but they don't know exactly where you are in the region, so they're going to be searching for you. So, there's lots of compelled tasks to happen for the shield mechanic, probably next round. So, it would probably, if they do attack you, it would make it more difficult, because the other group's also searching for you, so you have to defend against both those things simultaneously. So, it's the same as if they both attacked you. Okay, cool. What do you guys want to do, and what order do you want to do it?
Try and prevent them from flanking us.
Okay, so you're going to spin the ship to get them around the front.
But basically keep them on, like, both ships on one side, and then point my ship the way I want to point it.
Okay. So, that is pretty much a stunt against them. It's opposed. So you're going to try to outmaneuver both this ships that are probably going to be attacking you and the other ones that are searching for you. So that is the highest, which is 3 plus 1. It's 4 difficulty, but you get 1 advantage because one of the ships is got the resilience condition.
Okay. Sorry, what was the threat again? It was 3?
4.
4, because multiple.
Yeah, because you always go against the higher difficulty.
Right.
Plus 1 for the other. And then plus 1 for that. But you did get the advantage, right?
So not stellar this time, but still a success.
There you go. So you win. You move around to the other side of them. And
have...
Yeah. So they're on whatever section you want. You want your cargo bay to them again?
Yeah, something without, our sensors on
That's the bow.
Yeah.
The bow's got nothing on it except the cargo bay.
Yeah, that's the best.
Okay. So, who's next? They're going to be attacking you this round, Zatol.
I'm just waiting to shoot at him.
Shoot him.
Shoot him.
Okay.
So which ship are you shooting at? The one that's searching for you, that's in perfect condition?
Mm-hmm.
The squadron that's in perfect condition? Or are you shooting at the one that's down to two ships? The 2 ships is easier, but less of a threat.
Right, it's not searching right now, right?
No, they know exactly where you are. Because they just got
because
hit
they're going
by
to shoot.
you.
Right, they're going to shoot this.
Yeah.
I feel like take the weakened one out, because as long as they're around, it kind of helps the other ship, even though they're weak. Plus, if you attack the one at full strength now, it might just like damage their armor, which doesn't really give us much of an advantage going forward.
All right, I'm attacking the one that's damaged.
Okay. So, you get advantage against them for their injury, and you get, and the difficulty is only 2.
I think I can live with that.
So you got a big ass pile of dice. Let's roll better than last time.
There we go. Yay.
Okay. So
they rolled good too.
5 points. That will take out 1 more of them. If you spend on the charge, which is expensive because you guys don't have charge, you will do 6, which will basically destroy them.
Do it.
We only have 3 charge right now?
Yeah. You'd be basically dropping it to 1, but you would take out this squadron.
Okay, gotta do it.
Because each integrity... Oh, no, just 1 sec. Integrities do what? Integrities do 7. Okay, you can only take out 1, so don't spend.
Don't
Sorry
spend? Okay.
I mixed up some stuff. So, they are quite injured. They're basically 1 difficulty with 1 advantage right now, so they can pretty much only support the other guys. They're going to suck at doing their own thing.
They might back off anyway.
Okay, let me look at their behavior. Probably not. Okay, cool. So, you basically, you take out another one of the shuttles. The other shuttle's like rocking and rolling around. And the other group is going to be searching for you this round. The shuttle that you just hit is not going to attack anymore, even though it looked like it was going to attack, because once it just gets hit and during the attack it peels off instead and tries to head for the other shuttle. So, because that's changed, you can do something, or you can defend against the cloak, because you're still technically cloaked.
We're scary.
Oh, so I could try to keep us hidden?
Yeah, you basically roll a new cloak.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds
to
good.
hide better from them, because they're about to get information. Once that other shuttle gets to them, they'll get information on where you are. But if you cloak again, you're going to be totally gone. They can see you because there's a giant green paint thing all over the front of your vehicle, and you smashed through the other shuttle.
Yeah, we'll have to hammer that out later.
Okay.
All right. Again, I'm going to spend a ship charge on this because our ship is good at this, so we get good value for it.
Yeah. And you are cloaking from them. The difficulty is 4, but you get 1 advantage.
You cut out there. What?
You get advantage, but the difficulty's 4. Because I'm saying this other group is still helping them, trying to relay information to them. But they're damaging them because they suck. Okay, you get to charge. And you are gone. They have no idea where you are.
Invisible.
So the ships are joined up, and the secondary shuttle is basically hanging back and following the main squadron. The undamaged squadron looking for you. Ping!
Shoot him again.
Part of the concept behind the design of the ships with volume and stuff mattering was totally submarine combat, so it's hilarious that your first combat is pretty much submarine combat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so
Why?
it is your turn. What would you like to do? You are invisible. They are looking but have no idea where you are, so they're not looking in your general vicinity.
We could just leave them behind, theoretically.
Yeah, but the place
No.
you want to go to when you go and dock your ship there, they'll probably see you and shoot your ship.
That's what I was suggesting. Did we just?
No. Finish him off. We gotta
That's what the
finish him
captain
off.
says.
The captain's vicious.
Uh-huh.
All right. So yeah, I guess
You
I'll-
could also comms them and see if you can deal with something.
Make
If
them
you want.
surrender. We are outclassing them a lot. Maybe
Look to your
they'll.
drive, Captain. Look to your drive.
Mhm. There are zealots though.
They appear to be.
What is your
Yeah,
drive,
I'm in
Captain?
curious.
Oh, too bad you didn't change it to brutal or vicious or bloodthirsty or
Yeah.
something, right?
Whatever deal we strike with them, I don't trust them. So, right now we're hidden. We got at least a round of sneak attack on them. That
Yeah.
we should take.
Do we finish off the weak one?
I think so. I think it makes
No,
once
the
the
weak
ones.
one's not gonna do anything though.
No, but just its presence gives a little bit of a boost to the other one. They're able to kind of coordinate.
Yeah, it's kind of a sucky one. I'm gonna actually say that despite their aggression, that single shuttle is heading back towards the to the research station. You see it peel away.
All right.
You got orders.
So you can now have a choice. You could go after the one who's heading back to the research station, sneak up and just blast him into smithereens, or you can attack the one who's still searching for you.
God, how many people would be aboard that thing?
Each shuttle will probably have one or two aboard it.
Okay.
I mean,
Why does that matter?
it's probably because if they get to the research station and then we go aboard the research station, we're gonna have to fight them on there. Whereas we could probably just kind of blast them.
Well, one of the shuttles could also have a marine grouping aboard it as well.
Could have a what?
They could have a set of marines aboard.
Yeah. See, that's way
Or
easier to
something
kill.
like that.
Way easier to take out these Marines right now while they're running away in this shuttle
Yeah.
than on the station.
You could scan both ships with your depth analyzer kind of deal
Marquis
and
de Roux
determine
has
who's aboard,
Marines?
and all those questions could be answered. But if you fuck up, they
We've
might
never-
see you.
Yeah, our scan rolls go bad every time.
Oh, Slater Slag.
He's got the stats for it.
More
Just
fun
not
to
the-
pilot than it is to scan. Got one fewer die on survey.
I'll blame Sean.
Scan again. Try scanning.
I think we had the one that's fleeing. I think we had that one off.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay, so he's searching around, and you guys skirt around, and you're following this other one, and you're just gonna blast him.
No, I'm not following the other one because that would put us between it and the other guy. I'm going to head that other one off.
Yeah, you follow and then move around it because you're faster. You're like
Yeah.
you're a Corvette. They're shuttles.
Yeah.
They're actually maintenance style shuttles. They're really tiny. They're only like 80 tons each.
Yeah, we should just ram all of them. Right?
Yeah, I mean, just
He had the
just
same
go-
dice you did, dude.
So just a pilot roll?
yeah,
Nope,
just
you don't have to do anything to catch up to it.
Oh, okay.
It's
go-
easy.
going after this lone little shuttle is the least sporting thing to do, which means in a combat situation, it's probably the right move.
Yeah.
Okay, Audie, if you're the one shooting,
Go for the throw.
as is your job, then
Yeah.
you get advantage, and
Okay.
it's difficulty 1.
Okay.
Christoph looks actually sad when he said that.
No? I think it's great.
Sorry.
Okay, you get to charge your system.
Cool.
The shuttle's so
you-
helpless.
Is it at overcharge?
Couldn't miss.
We're at 3 already.
What is the ship's charge? 3? Yep, so click the overcharge.
Overcharge. Okay.
There you go.
4? Or just overcharge?
Just overcharge.
Okay.
You'll unclick that when you use it, and you have to next round. That's why it's an exclamation mark.
Okay.
Okay, so you have taken out
Gablam.
this squadron. So you see the raider, and you just pop up in front of it and blast it.
Feel good. Feels good.
We were
Yes,
sending a recon.
Okay, so blasting that, the other ship knows where you are now.
Yeah.
You moved. That was just a routine kind of thing to do. So you both can do standard tasks. Do you want to try to recloak? You could try to move you did your task because you had to move kind of like a region away to do this. So
Yeah, that's fine.
So Tom, do you want to recloak or?
Yeah, I think that recloak. Yeah, that's kind of what we're built to do. So
Play chicken with him.
yeah, we once we realized we just need to really fight as unfairly as possible, it's gone better. I think we just lean into that.
I think that's how combat works, dude. It's called tactics.
Yep.
Okay, so you have to use the charge.
Okay.
On your holo projectors. So unclick overcharge and use the two dice from holo projector, and it is 3 difficulty. And that's about it.
Ta-da.
And we're overcharged again.
Good job.
Sweet.
You're at optimum. This is when you start like, maybe we should upgrade a capacity on our reactor. Okay, Coolio. So, you cloak and move in a different direction as part of your free action, and it is flying towards you searching, but it's totally, you can't see where the hell you are. What do you want to do now?
Take it.
Reveal our position and fire.
Okay, go ahead. Audie, fire that weapon.
Yes. Okay. And I use the overcharge, right?
You
I
have
use
to,
the overcharge?
yeah. Space targeters, what you can use it on. Awesome.
So that gives me 2?
One die.
One die. Okay. And the threat die?
And the threat is 3.
3. Okay.
This is a fresh one. Nice.
3.
Okay, so you do 6, I believe. Let me double check. Oh, you do 5. So you are bypassing their armor and taking out this. If you spent 2 charge, you could do the thing like we talked, which would move it up to 6. Or you can just take out its thing and you're going to get advantage against it. And not spend too much. It's up to you.
Yeah, let's keep it there.
Okay. So, you blast it, you see the ships take a bunch of damage, you manage to... The armor wasn't enough to bypass it, so it took basically the resilience of the vehicles. So you're going to get an extra die advantage against everything you're doing now. Okay. So he shot, you two haven't done anything. Are you going to try to recloak or something and move out of the way?
I guess we can, just keep doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 3, and you get an advantage.
It's like we don't fight fair, which is how you probably do it.
All right.
Yeah, at Big Bad Con, one of the game masters, I guess, was, ex-military, and he was talking about. He said, "Combat done properly is murder. It's not."
Yeah.
So yeah, you've basically done this. You've totally you hit him, and then you just broke in a different direction and cloaked again, and you're gone. You can increase the next round if you want. You could try to scan first if you want to make it even easier. There, Slater.
Scan first?
Yeah, if you want. If you guys are getting confident enough, you do get advantage against it. You get the stealth advantage, and then you'd pass it down. The problem is, it would pass down as a very similar number. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it.
Probably not.
Okay.
My roll isn't that great on it.
Because the way coordination works, it's not really worth it. Okay, Audie. They couldn't do anything this round. They're still looking for you, and they can't find you.
So I'm going to say, here I am.
Okay, so you get 2 advantage. 1 for the resilience armor, and 1 for cloak. And the difficulty is 3.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da.
That can't go wrong. Yeah.
So you get to overcharge your reactor.
Awesome.
And you are doing
More damage.
5 damage,
Blammo.
which is enough to take out one of their vessels.
Blammo. It's an implosion. Not explosion.
Yeah, so it's like...
Yeah.
Okay. What are you planning on doing now?
How deep are we underwater right now? Just out of curiosity.
You're full 2 space regions underwater, so it is pretty high pressure. If you got out of the ship, you would be rolling pressure checks.
Wow.
Which means you might end up using pressure shell and stuff like that on your suit. If you take any damage.
Alright, well.
So, the question is, what are we doing anything else, or are you guys going to cloak again? We're just going to repeat, or you could ram the vessel and try to do basically double damage this round.
It seems like we just keep doing...
Yeah, I don't know.
This is working. So it's time to try to cloak again?
Yep.
Yeah.
So pretty much, Slater, what you're doing is you're taking over defense, so that if he fails cloaking and they still see you, you're going to basically have to dodge.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that.
So, the difficulty is actually 2. Sorry.
You
succeeded.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So
would have been the same.
You were cloaked.
Go, Audie, go.
Yeah, it would have been the same. Even if we eliminated one of the threat dice, you still wouldn't have done any better. You did pretty good.
So do I get... Is that 2 more, or is that just 1 this time? Advantage.
You get 1 advantage from the cloak and 1 advantage from the resilience damage on the ship, and the difficulty is 2.
Okay.
Oof.
Only 1.
Oof.
Okay, so you do 1 point of damage plus 2 for your pulse array. That's 3 points of damage. That's enough to take out one of them. And this is where having a good charged pulse on your array would make a huge difference, but you just don't have that. So you take out one of the vessels. Now they're getting kind of desperate, and they're basically heading for the station.
Yeah, they are.
Can we try to communicate with them? Ask them how can we?
Hey, don't go.
How can we get them to safely surrender? Because we don't want them to get onto the station.
We could tractor beam them in.
Track.
Yeah, that would be hard because you've already used the pulse array.
Yeah.
So it would mean someone else using a pre-used weapon. You could scoop them with your cargo bay.
All right, let's do it.
Because their vehicle is 80 and you have 660 tons of space.
They won't even know they're being scooped.
Okay, but I mean, even once we do that, we're fighting them on our ship. Is that true? I guess that's we have more control and we have defenses. I guess that's still better than fighting them on the station.
You could ram them and then kill them instead.
That's what I say. Just ram.
Well, I don't know. Scooping
It is
them,
easier than scooping.
Scooping them just seems more fun.
Yeah. They might be thankful that we do it.
There's probably like you said. There's probably more.
Yeah, as you're scooping them, I'm going to be trying to communicate with them and telling them to surrender. That this is an act of mercy.
Yeah.
Oof.
Right.
Okay.
So did you want to cloak first before we do this?
Not if he's going to be talking to them.
I'm voicing my opinion
We can
against
talk to them after.
All right, stealth scoop, and then yeah, once they're in our cargo bay, then we'll try to talk them into surrendering.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the stealth thing doesn't really affect anything till next round, so it wouldn't matter.
Well, I can wait. I can wait till I get that benefit, right?
It looks like they're
Yeah,
they're
but then he
booking
could
it
just
towards
shoot
the
them.
station, right?
The whole idea
right.
is they're booking
All
away
right.
from you, and you basically have to catch them and scoop them, or
All
they're
right.
going to make it to the station.
All right. Well, then I'll just do it then. What's my
Okay, so you get one advantage from
Okay.
their damage, and the difficulty is 1 plus 2 for the difficulty of scooping a ship without fucking ramming it. If
Right.
you fail, you'll be doing damage to your cargo bay.
This is Nudeeb not caring. Boom.
Okay, boom. So, you pull up and you open the cargo bay doors and you let the vehicle and a chunk of water in, and then you shut the doors and I guess drain water.
Yep. You've been scooped.
So there's a big as a shuttle is basically smashing into and crashing into your doors from the inside and landing on the inside. But because of his expert flyingness, it doesn't damage the ship. Okay, so quick question. Are you guys going to do some sort of armor and shit before you go down there, or are you just going to communicate from up here?
I don't know.
Maybe we take him up into space.
Yeah, but by the time you got back down, that's going to take time. By the time you got
Yeah,
got
no,
up
we
there,
got
they
to
might
deal with them quickly. What was the question? Are we going to do what?
Okay, so you are sitting on the bridge. The bridge of your ship is on the starboard side of the vessel. On the bow of your vessel is a cargo bay with a shuttle crashed into it, and a little bit of your cargo slightly more wet, and you can move quickly and get down there. You could go get armor on your suits and put on EVA suits and shit to go down there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But that would take you at least one round to go put on your EVA suits and
they're gonna be ready.
stuff. But they just crashed, so
Yeah, they got jostled around a little bit. I think
they probably won't be like running around. They'll probably just be in the cargo bay. They'll probably have gone out of the shuttle by the time you get down there.
Yeah, I think I'll try to talk to him from here. You guys get armored EVA suits on, and
And then head down there.
Okay.
Is that an order, Captain? Do I have to? Let's get. I'm just.
I mean, you don't have to wear the armor. The rest of it you have to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you guys are putting armor on your suits, combat armor can only go on the outer level. And you totally. Did you pay for all of these, dude?
Yeah.
Okay, for every part of armor, unlike the ship sheet says 3 for combat armor. It's not that anymore because of the way things have changed. It's 1 for any type of armor.
Yep. I did
So-
one for each.
Audie, you can put armor on your ship suit and armor on your outer shell. Plus, you could put, say, pressure shell or anything else you want. It costs 1 point per thing that you put in the slots. So mark it in the slots. You have 3 slots available.
Okay.
So your ship suit
I
can
can
do any type, and your life support gel and your outer shell do different things. Only the outer shell can do combat armor.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to combat armor probably, right?
It's good for basically energy discharge and impact. That's what it does.
Okay.
Your outer shell can also do combat armor, or you could do pressure armor if you think you have a chance of going outside. And your your life support gel can do pathogen filters, plasma insulation if you think there could be a fire, or radiation barriers if you think there could be that. Or you could just put combat on twice and call it a day.
Well, I definitely do one pressure.
Yeah, because you don't have upgraded armor. You can only do pressure or combat on your outscape. Okay. So it's up to you.
That sucks.
That's why Nogdeep was happy to take all the armor slots, I think.
So I'll do. How do I do combat twice? Oh, just one right on the outer and on the ship.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect. And that costs 2 supply. So make sure you charge the ship 2 supply.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So you guys go rush in there. As you're running in, you send BCI messages directly from your pan to the printer, and your suits are all stored in there automatically, so it starts printing these shells that go over top of it and spending the supply, and you kind of back into there, and it folds around you, and you feel the goo kind of slide around your body and connect into your biochem kits. It has a shunt that goes directly into your body. So that's how you breathe in your suit, and it gives you more air. It hooks in through your rebreather and stuff, and basically produces air for you for a period of time.
Nice.
And so you're fully armored up, and your ready room has more than one door. It has the outer doors that allow you to go outside. It has a door to the side that allows you to go over to the launch bay, and it has kind of an elevator down that you can use to get to the cargo bay.
Perfect.
So you jump in the elevator, and it's not really an elevator, it's more of a anti-grav elevator, so you just jump down a hole and you float down. You know, like Mass Effect Andromeda.
Of course.
So you float down. Who's going first?
New Deep.
New Deep leaps down there in his crazy, weird, kind of lumpy suit, and is floating down with your... Do you have your multi-tool out and ready for combat? Okay, and you're following there, Audie?
Yep.
Okay, so our armored marines are rushing down to the combat. Okay, so meanwhile, Zatol, you're on a conference call. So you contact them. So, you basically find one of... It's probably the commander of the group. Has some sort of comm system, and the others have kind of a slaved comm system to them, so you can contact him easily. The others are a bit more difficult because it's kind of have to get through him to contact them. So you're probably gonna contact him though, right?
Yeah, I guess for now, unless he turns out to be unreasonable, then maybe we need to talk to his man.
Okay. So he pops up, and you basically seeing a headshot of him, and he's like, "You got us!" And there's a little overlay that basically shows a name. It's Minha, spelled Minhaj. He's like, "I think you made a mistake bringing us aboard here. Right, boys?" And you hear some shouting from behind him.
It's a mistake easily corrected if you want to press the issue.
He's
Trying
like,
to
"What do you
intimidate?"
want?"
That you are willing to lose your life in this cause is clear, and I can respect that. But at this point, spending your life would not accomplish anything.
Kind of interrupts you, like, "This is what I was trained for!" And you see he's got a blaster pistol, and he seems pretty eager. You could try to talk him down.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to attempt to convince him that,
Tell him we have
the
30 guys out right for.
Trying to fight at this point isn't going to accomplish anything. So there's no point. in throwing him and his men's lives away.
Okay. And it's worth more cash probably if they're alive.
Yep.
Well, I don't think that's going to convince him of anything.
No, that's
don't you know how much you're
that's
worth
a motivation. See, that would be great. Maybe you should play green and do that. Okay, so I am going to say the difficulty on this is he doesn't seem particularly zealous, but he definitely seems eager and a bit ruthless. It's 5 difficulty. He thinks that you attacking him would be the right thing to do because he's a ruthless person and he's pretty eager for combat. And he's kind of pissed that you killed all his dudes. So, 5 difficulty, and you're probably trying to do persuasion from the sounds of it.
Yep.
So you can use Marquis de Roux if you want to spend. You can also use.
Oh yeah, we got the Marquis de Roux. Yeah, for sure I'll do that. Starting to learn about how these guys think.
Yeah, you have a good idea. Like you basically brought up how you know that they're willing to die and they're zealots. In the role play.
I really keep meaning to learn. I need to try to learn French.
Yeah, he speaks inter chat. He's talking to you in inter chat because he.
No, I know, but I just want to be able to speak French since we're dealing with these guys so much.
Yeah. Well, next time you overhear French, you can try again. Try to figure out that damn language. I'm going to remove the armor you're not using, by the way. The armor you've already burnt from your sheet.
Yeah, I don't know how that's...
Just tell me when you want to put it back on, and just put it back on and charge for it. So you're getting the bonus of 2 from the Marquis de Roux, and you're spending a charge, right?
Yeah, I'm spending the charge, and difficulty's 5. Here we go.
Yeah. Ooh!
Just made it.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
He looks around and goes, oh, that's huh. Just made it. What is a good... Okay. He kind of looks like, oh crap, we're totally boned here on his face. He's got this little look of, like, as much as you can tell from humans' weird-ass faces. I mean, they don't have nearly as many expressions. I mean, the Septox emoji list is fucking long. You thought we had 2 squids in ours. You can imagine the number they have. And he cuts off. That's the result. He just cuts off. Meanwhile, you get for the next round. You guys come. You're flying down, and you find yourself there, and there's a squad of dudes basically facing you, and that's it. There are 3 Marines standing there holding guns and facing off with you.
No.
What do you do?
Look for cover.
Welcome.
I can't hear you.
I say welcome.
Okay.
I jump for cover.
Okay, so they're going to shoot you this round.
What?
As you say welcome.
He talked them down.
He did something.
Fine.
Do they have suicide vests? No.
All right. Yeah.
Can we just spray him down with the indictor foam?
By the way, if you were getting Zatol's feed, right? So you saw that whole scene?
Yeah.
You could tell none of these 3 guys is him.
Oh, I see. All right.
And my next move was to, since he didn't really respond, I don't know exactly what he's thinking. My next move was to try to break through to communicate with them.
Okay.
Well, I guess we take them down one at a time like we did their ship.
Okay, so are you going to attack? Dive behind cover and attack or something? What's your plan? There's only one piece of cover in your cargo bay unless you have it strangely divided or something, and it's your trade goods large box. So you can dive behind that.
Yes, I dive behind that.
Okay, do you want to go first, Adi?
Sure.
Okay, so you dive behind that and you shoot.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Uh,
You can do both. You can move pretty
okay.
much one zone and do an attack action, and you can move anywhere within that zone, decide your positioning based on fictional stuff. And so I'm saying that the stuff totally comes out in that area. We haven't decided where you're storing that thing, so I'm saying it's pretty close to where you're elevatoring down.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe you insisted for tactical reasons.
It's our cargo space now. No. Okay,
exactly.
So yeah.
So you're in cover, and you can still shoot if you want.
Okay.
Or
Cool.
do something else if you want. Like, open the cargo bay doors. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you're now here, so that would be freaking dangerous.
Suits? They're not wearing suits?
They are wearing suits, yes.
Okay.
They are wearing pretty much big worker kind of submersible suits.
With lots of... Okay, so it's not like combat necessarily.
No. They are... Actually, they've been reinforced, so they're probably combat grade. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have a bit of armor. These guys are set up for this. Like, they might have planned on trying to dock and, like, raid your ship or something.
Uh-huh.
But you're fucking invisible all the time, so it makes it really hard for them to fight you.
Right. There's not much else in the environment, so then I was trying to think of a way I could use my
you're going to have
tractor.
advantage on defending yourself for being in cover.
Yeah, so I might as well just shoot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So you're using your pulse projection, away weaponry, and if you want, you can use your multi-tool. If you have points in it. I wasn't looking at your sheet, so.
I don't think I do.
You do. Disruptor Targeter.
Oh, yes, I do.
So if you spend a charge, you get bonus of 2 points.
Alright, let's do that. Just gonna create a shock.
Yeah, so I'm just imagining as you drop down, you're firing and diving behind cover, and it's really heroic shit.
Nice. So I got advantage just 2, or do I get a defense advantage for being covered? That's not to shoot, right?
No, you don't get advantage for shooting. Because you decided to take a defensive action. If you would have, like...
Exposed myself.
Yeah.
Okay. And threat?
Threat is... 3.
Okay.
Oh, 4 because of them. So 4. They have a tag.
Okay. It's gonna be close. Oh, not quite.
Okay, so you get to charge your reactor.
Awesome.
And you are doing 3, 4, 5. So you're gonna burn through both levels of their armor.
Ass.
Spending a charge will only get you to 6, which would do exactly the same. So
okay,
it's
so
not worth
I'll
it. Tactically.
forego that.
So then I'll shoot that guy.
Okay, so what is what are you doing as you move around? Are you jacking in hand to hand?
No. I'm using my away weaponry.
Okay. Are you diving into cover as well, or are you trying to like do it from like?
I'm taking careful aim, and I'm.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that you moved into like a position, like you land on top of the box or something, so you're in really good firing position. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna get an advantage, plus you get the advantage from working with Audi because you're both firing at the same character.
Right.
Nice.
So you get 2 advantage, plus if you want to spend on your multi-tool if you have...
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I don't know
One
if you
for one.
have it.
I have one.
Yes, you could, but yeah, you're right. You only have one. Okay, fire away.
Threats 3, 4.
Threat is 3,
Now that I shot one.
and you
now
get the
that you shot
2
one.
advantage. Well, you took out their armor, pretty much. Their armor looks totally toasted.
That was close.
Okay.
So you do 1 damage plus your weapons, so that's 3. You shoot a dude. Raising it won't
Shot a
help.
dude.
So there's no point in spending points. Cool. So you basically,
Same guy.
you both drop down, you shoot it, he blasts their armor to smithereens, and you slug the guy in the head. And he drops.
Nice.
Okay, so meanwhile, Zatol, what are you going to do? The guy cut you off, and according to the feeds you're getting from your Marines, he's just not there. He's hiding or something.
Hmm.
Let's try to talk to his men. Tell them to stand down.
Okay, you're gonna have to kind of hack through the guy's comms, and as
Let's do
you
it.
contemplate that, you see his comms are gone. So he might have smashed them, destroyed them, something like that. You can go directly into their things, but it is more difficult than it would be normally because they're pretty much... They don't have proper receivers anymore because he was the communications hub. So you don't have to hack it. It's just a difficult comms task now.
All right. Well,
So I'm going to
Let's
say
do it.
it's hard. It's a 4 comms task. So using your interface comms, it's a 4 difficulty to try to get through to this shit. It's really hard. And you would use your comms browser if you're going to use your link to boost it at all.
yeah. Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay, so Dell comes out with a big pickaxe and go, let's crack this thing. He's wearing a worker helmet. He's kind of wearing an outfit similar to theirs. It looks like a worker's EVA suit, and he's got a big pickaxe for some reason, and he's cracking on it.
I'm sorry. What was the difficulty?
The difficulty's 4.
4.
They're not secure, because that would be like a 7, but they're just kind of... Okay, you get through. You get tons of static. You get this huge feedback, whee, and it squeals away. And the guys may get it too, because you guys see a slight little, oh. And you're through. You basically managed to, like, steal their... you basically stole the hub functionality from the other thing, from his comms hub, and made the ship your interior, your link, their comms hub. So now you're basically on board.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, do I have time to give them the speech?
You can talk.
Yeah. We could have blasted you in your ship, and you could have been dead out there in the water. We took you aboard to give you a chance to surrender. We know you're willing to die for your cause, but the fight is over. Don't throw away your lives for nothing.
Okay. So the difficulty on this, Jazz, is 2. And
Alright.
you get a bonus. You get an advantage.
Alright. I'm not going to spend a charge for the extra dice. Because that would be my last one. Well, do I want to?
Yeah, and the skill is probably...
Persuasion?
Yeah, I guess. There's kind of 2 of them, so marketing might make sense, but persuasion's fine. You're just talking to them. They're one character, technically. They're not a big group of people.
Yeah, I'll spend the charge. What the hell?
And you got your advantage.
Apparently I needed those dice.
Oh, look at all those shitty dice. All those 1s and 3s and stuff.
I hope they appreciate it. I'm going all out to try to save their lives.
Okay, so
They don't appreciate it.
they drop to their knees.
All right.
And drop their weapons and put their hands behind their heads.
You secure that shit.
Pretty much say nothing. They just drop to their knees. Done.
I go run up and I look inside their vessel.
No, secure this shit.
He's running to the vessel. What are you doing?
I'm securing them and their weapons.
Okay, so you're pointing their weapon at them. You grab their weapons off the ground. You've got your multi-tool on them.
Putting cuffs on them.
You don't have any restraints. You'd have to make them.
They surrendered.
Cuffs. Laser cuffs.
You don't have them. You'd have to make them.
Fine, I use duct tape.
You could print them out. It just costs, right?
Yeah, but the problem is you don't have a brig, so you'd have to do like a task. Actually,
Take an actual task to do it.
Yeah, you'd have to do a whole project. It'd be
Well,
easy, but you
I'll
just
keep my
didn't do it
weapons on them.
Well,
They surrendered.
I mean, grab their guns and get their guns away from them.
Yeah, kick the guns away and
You could order them out of their suits or something if you really want to secure them.
Yeah.
Okay. So they get up. They're cooperating, but they haven't spoken to you at all, and they look super grim-faced. Are you trying to talk to them or anything during this process? Or are you just getting them out of their suits?
no, I just
Okay. So
order them.
Audie, you
Give them
rush
hugs.
over to the ship, and you're looking there. I need you to do a sensor task.
Okay.
It's a perception task with
Yeah.
You get help from your scanner, and it is a where's perception? It is an analysis task.
Okay. Analysis.
All your perception skills are exactly the same. So
Oh, if I burn one, how many will get? Just one?
what?
A charge? If I burn a charge?
You can burn a charge on your depth analyzer scanner, and you get one. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that. What's the threat?
The threat is. You're trying to scan for this guy. Where is he? It is just 3.
Okay. Oh, dude.
What did he get?
-2.
Okay. You can't tell if he's in here or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I get 2. Okay, so you can't tell if he's in here or not. He could be in there. If you spend the next entire round searching, you'll basically know for sure.
Okay. Well, I call out in French. Your men have surrendered.
Okay. You call this out. Are you spending this round searching, or are you going to abandon it? And
No,
risk
I'm
the
not
fact
gonna
that he
search.
could be in there?
Yeah, I'm not going to search.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
that's it.
The next round, what are you guys doing? Who wants to go first? You can zip tie them, but it's basically you can roll it basically a task. They'll be zip tied, but you don't get a bonus on it or anything like if you had proper cuffs. You have basically like cargo kind of stuff around the cargo bay, so you can basically secure them. I would have you basically a compelled task to resist their escape, or you can roll mechatronics in advance. It would be a mechatronics, probably mechanics task, no deep, if you want to try to secure them all. Secure both of those guys.
That's fine. Whatever. I'll just keep them under guard.
Okay. It just means you're distracted. I mean, if you left, you could secure them and leave, and then if they try to escape, you'd have to roll over, whatever. Okay. So, you could also try to drug them, but your biosciences is kind of terrible, so who knows what could happen.
No.
You have to kiss him to drug him. So don't do that.
I want to lock down the ship just in case this guy's gone stealthy and is like trying to sneak around.
Okay. So you're using the ship's interior security to lock it down. Okay, that costs you, I believe, 1 supply. And so that 1 supply basically represents, what happens is all the doors and security basically drop like a solid piece of metal inside that has to be manually, or has to be like removed and destroyed. And none of the doors will work in the ship.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a total lockdown. So like, you guys, being like members of the crew, know the code. You can move around and slowly remove each lockdown as you do it, but
we're locked.
That's what lockdowns do.
Or you could
lockdown.
We could scan to make sure he's in the ship.
You could scan the ship using the ship sensors that would allow you to scan the entire ship at the same time and try to find him using the analyzer.
Yeah, I've seen that before. This is like lockdown's like last.
Lockdown's what you do when Marines are boarding.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want him. You know, who knows what kind of damage he could do if he's sneaking around. You know.
Yeah. So if you need to know where he is, pretty much the only thing is they can either manually start to scan, like no deep can start to manually scan, or you can use the ship sensors and scan the entire ship at one time. Using your personal scanner to do that would be very difficult, or you could scan this entire room with the region worth of space, which you do have. It would just mean you'd have to go a single region. So yeah, you could totally do that. So you could scan this area, Noob Deeb, since you haven't done anything. Oh, you did do something, didn't you? No, you haven't. So nobody's done anything yet, have they?
No.
Okay. So you have options. You can scan the entire area with sensors. You could use the ship sensors to scan the entire region, but you have to do that remotely because you're not in the same section with the ship sensors.
Right. Let's do it.
So which one do you want to do?
Well, I want to make sure he's in the ship. Or do we assume that he's not?
You mean in the shuttle? In his shuttle?
Yeah.
Why don't you ask the dudes that we got captured here?
Because they're not talking, and I don't trust them.
But they surrendered.
Yeah, let's just use the ship's sensors. That'll be faster.
Who has to do that?
I'll do it. I think. If it's the ship's. Is that depth analyzer?
Yeah, because you're using the ship's systems to do that. You get 1 extra difficulty because of the because you're doing it remotely.
Right.
And the difficulty will be with that. It will be 4 difficulty.
Pull out my sword, give me just okay.
Okay.
You've got it already, man. You can use it hand to hand or not.
And if I burn a charge on the ship?
You can use the ship's thing to burn a charge on that. Do you guys have that on your ship? I forget.
I don't know.
Depth analyzer. Yeah, you'll get 2 dice.
Yeah.
Your ship's really good at going really, stealthy up to something and then scanning that one thing. You're like awesome at that.
4, you said?
Yeah.
If 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Okay, you have no idea where he is. He's missing. This guy's totally fucking off.
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Okay, so it is pretty late. So we can totally
Call it there.
we could call it there.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
This guy's missing somewhere in your ship. Who knows where he is? You don't, because you guys can't scan to save your life.
Maybe he jumped off before.
No, he's
Hmm.
gonna wreak some havoc.
Just gonna start
And-
swinging random place.
Yeah, so he escaped. So because you rolled a 1 trying to calm him down, he decided not to fight,
Yeah.
but he ditched. So that's pretty
Yeah.
much what happened. And so there is a Marine aboard. You have his men stoically. If you ask them to any responses, they will tell you their name and rank. in the
Oh.
militia. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
it. And they're out of their they're just in basic uniforms, and their suits are sitting on the ground. So next time we can do all that, and maybe you guys can salvage some of their gear afterwards too. Make some
Yeah.
monies, pay off all the shit you spent trying to kill them.
I know.
Okay, thanks guys for playing.
Thank you.
And say
thanks.
hey to your friend Paul.
What's that?
I think it was your friend.
Which one?
Yeah.
Huh?
Your
Who's
friend,
watching?
yeah. Who's
Oh,
watching
nice.
with the crazy Thraken name or something. Thrashin? I don't know. Thraken.
Sweet. See, we already got a fan.
Yeah, there we go. A fan already. And so thanks for coming, and we'll see you guys on next Monday, I hope.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
And you can deal with your stowaway. Okay.
Nice.
Later, guys.
Cool.
Later.
Good night.